Welcome to the iHSFAN Webcast Network. You are watching Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Covert Ford, Bush's Chicken, Ideal Signs, Alpha Paving, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events, Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group, Maze Street Boutique, and Lodge Card Club. We also want to thank the 5 high school booster clubs for their support. Now let's head to the field. Here is Zach Epstein and Mickey Bouchon.
Hey, football fans. Welcome. We are projecting live from Round Rock Stadium here in Round Rock, Texas. Coach, I'm joined by you, Coach Mickey Bouchon, longtime coach around the area. Coach, how are you feeling tonight?
Things are great, Zach. Had a good work week and ready to come out here and get this game going with these two teams, both looking for their first district win and get right back in the race. One of them will be really, really excited for next week's game after this.
Absolutely, and a good one in store. District play is underway here for the district for Round Rock ISD and a few others. And you know, Coach, you mentioned winless in district, but both of these teams are actually winless abroad as well. So one of these teams will come out victorious tonight and get a little bit closer, more on track to being in that district play. But as you know, Coach, being in the area, coaching for such a long time, you know that all that matters is that district record. And we're pretty early in district right now. A lot of football is left to be played, so nothing to get down on, even if you have to start 0-2 this year.
No doubt, Zach. It's a good time for them to get things ironed up and get on the right page, whether it's offensively, defensively, if they're having problems with the special teams. Like last week when we did the Westwood game, looked like their running game was going to take off a little bit. Then they got stymied for a while. So let's see if they go back to that tonight.
Absolutely, and some other games in our district, actually another game being broadcast on the iHSFAN Webcast Network, which please make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. We'll be bringing you Round Rock ISD football all year long, but we have that Round Rock versus MacLeod game, and a game that we got to call last week was a Westwood-MacLeod game, and we really got to see, like you said, Westwood and how they can play this year, what they need to do to win, but that MacLeod team was able to get out the victory, and Round Rock and MacLeod are both 1-0 in district to start district.
That's going to be a huge one, Zach, and as well as Westwood played early on in the game, they just ran into a buzzsaw. MacLeod just had too many dudes for them.
Too many dudes, and absolutely, we are seeing now live that the Cedar Ridge Raiders are going to be taking on the Westwood Warriors tonight. We're going to hit you guys with some commercials, but we will be right back and bring you guys some more updates from around the district.
Alpha Paving Industries, LLC, is an award-winning, full-service paving and pavement maintenance company. We are headquartered in Round Rock with offices in Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth, servicing cities throughout Texas. In an industry typically known for its lack of professionalism and customer service, Alpha Paving Industries was founded with a vision to provide Texas with a trusted, dependable paving contractor that delivers a strong customer experience, meticulous project management, utmost professionalism, and quality workmanship. In 2013, Alpha Paving Industries, LLC was awarded the City of Austin Small Business of the Year Award for its outstanding service in the City of Austin, and was recognized this year as a top contractor with 4constructionpros.com. These awards are a testament to how we do business with all our customers. If you're looking for Texas's most dependable asphalt paving contractor, contact Alpha today. Longtime MacLeod parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921-4490 or at Brian Kerman at remax.net. Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. With stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto. Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard. Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good. Interested in or looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the Stacy Group and realtor Cameron Freeman. Cameron specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. Contact realtor Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group today with a text or call to 512-740-1836 to learn more. In the heart of Austin, there's a name that reigns supreme, Covert Ford. For over 114 years, Covert Ford has been driven by the community, offering unbeatable service and a wide selection of vehicles. From the rugged F-150 to the iconic Expedition, Covert Ford has the perfect ride for every journey life offers. Visit Covert Ford Austin, where community drives us. CovertFord.com, off Research Boulevard. Join the Covert family today.
Are you looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
Visit Maze Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at mazestreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local.
Are you ready to take your celebrations to the next level? Imagine luxury indoor sleepovers that bring the magic of glamping right into your home, or a posh picnic party that brings elegance and charm to your outdoor space. Whether you're planning a birthday bash or a simple get-together with friends, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events is here to make your dreams come true for any special occasion. Our event planning services will ensure every detail is perfect, leaving you free to enjoy the moment. So let Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events turn your next celebration into a memorable masterpiece.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045. You are listening to the Horn Webcast Network, powered by iHSFAN. If you're interested in advertising on or privately supporting this webcast, please reach out to us on Twitter at iHSFAN. All audio rights of this webcast presentation belong to iHSFAN, and any intent to rebroadcast or retransmit must have express written consent from iHSFAN.
Coach, we're back here in Round Rock, Texas. Excited for a great night tonight of some football. We just saw Westwood Warriors in their icy whites uniform, the Stormtrooper look tonight, and now we are watching the Cedar Ridge Raiders take the field in their blackout uniform. So contracting colors tonight, going to be easy for us to tell which team is which, Coach, but have a great night set up tonight. It is just under 90 degrees, actually 92 at kickoff here. We'll be getting started in just under about 2 minutes. But, Coach, can you tell us a little bit about both of these teams? You coached against both of them. We know, Coach Anthony Wood coming into his 21st year as head coach at Westwood, but playing against both of these teams. What do you have for us in terms of insights, how these teams usually play?
Well, once again, they're going to be ready to fire things up offensively over at Westwood, and Coach Wood's done a great job leading his guys over the years, and they seem to always play better in games that really matter for them. So I look to see some more of that. They started off real good offensively and defensively last week, but kind of got bit a little bit as the game went along.
And you mentioned last week losing to McNeil 35-14, and Coach, the other two games that they played Austin High the week prior, 35-34, went to overtime for Westwood. So they've been able to score the points and stay into ball games. But they also played a friendly or a familiar foe to Cedar Ridge, both playing Waco Midway. Westwood losing 43-7, and then we have Cedar Ridge playing Buda Johnson, who is taking on Dripping Springs tonight. In a good battle down south, as well as as just mentioned, Waco Midway was one of the teams that played against Westwood and Cedar Ridge, so a friendly foe there, or familiar foe, and that score is 44-14, Coach. Very similar to what we saw Westwood play, 43-7. So if we have something to compare the two, it's definitely a close match there. And then last week, first district game for Cedar Ridge, losing to Hutto, 63-56, Coach. They were able to put up a lot of points, and seems like it just came down to who's got the ball last.
How would you like to be a defensive coordinator in that thing, huh? Not much fun. Not much fun for sure. That was a lot of offense. Friends of mine all over the state were talking about that game right there.
And it's just one of those games. And the next couple matches for Westwood will be Manor next week, who is taking on Hutto, which will be the team that they play after. And Manor and Hutto are playing tonight out in Hutto. And then after that is Round Rock. And then for Cedar Ridge, after Westwood this week, they play Round Rock, then Stony Point, and then Vandergrift, which, as we know, Coach, has always had a historically great program. And just getting district started off and underway is definitely a good thing. Some other games in the district, already mentioned Manor versus Hutto. We also have Vista Ridge versus Stony Point, and then obviously a great matchup over at Kelly Reeves tonight with Round Rock versus McNeil.
Well, tonight's going to be a big, big night for these guys, because one of these teams is going to jump right back in the middle of that district race, and one of them is going to have a tough road from here on out.
Yeah, as mentioned earlier, both these teams 0-1 in district, losing last week. Obviously, a pretty close game for Cedar Ridge versus Hutto, but we get to really see two teams who are very hungry for a win tonight, played out, and ultimately just the better team will most likely come out on top. We are about to get underway here. The presenting the colors for tonight's matchup, it looked like Cedar Ridge will be receiving the ball. Coach, did you see that? Yes?
Do believe, and right now with the colors coming out, let's go ahead and take a minute to pay attention.
Of course. We'll be right back. And the national anthem is over tonight, for tonight, folks. And, just getting into this matchup, it looks like Cedar Ridge has a lot of numbers out on the field tonight. Always good to see football programs bringing out a bunch of guys. But we got the pleasure of calling the game last week for Westwood. And a couple of guys to keep in mind here is going to be their running back, number 24, Xavier Sutton. Was able to run the ball very efficiently against a tough Mavericks defense, as well as they come out in a 2-quarterback situation. We saw the use of 2 quarterbacks last week with Tillman Subak as well as Cooper Waits, the sophomore quarterback for Westwood. Unfortunately, don't have the historical on Cedar Ridge, but looking at their roster, they have a lot of seniors on this team, which means they're very veteran and going to be very experienced out there, coach, tonight, which is something that, as a coach, I'm sure you're very reliable on. And the head coach for Cedar Ridge is Sam Robinson, and Sam Robinson is going to be coaching up this Cedar Ridge varsity team, and we are excited to bring it underway. Quick word from our title sponsor, AutoNation. Chevrolet proudly supports the Round Rock ISD football programs. Looking for a big win? Shop their unbeatable selection of new Silverados, Colorados, Equinoxes, Trax, and more. Plus, score cash for your car by selling it to the AutoNation team at AutoNation Chevrolet. Get your quick online appraisal now at AutoNation Chevrolet, WestAustin.com. Then get paid the same day. It's that easy. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet at 183 in Duval today. Together, let's drive. And, Coach, Cedar Ridge will actually be kicking off tonight, so we'll be able to see that Westwood offense come out into the field first.
I need to learn to pay attention a little more than that when we're getting ready to do the national anthem. We get locked into all the other things, but, yeah, they're going to kick it off, and it's a great night for football, waiting at the 10-yard line. Let's see how this thing gets going.
Absolutely. And in to kick for the Cedar Ridge Raiders will be number 31, Cooper Togus Jr. And that ball is received right around the 10-yard line. Ontario Jackman Jr. is able to take it down the field all the way up to about the 38-yard line. So that was a name we called a lot last week too, Ontario Jackman Jr. He's actually a sophomore playing both ways for Westwood. Definitely a utility knife type player, which Coach Anthony Wood, I'm sure, enjoys using.
Yeah, he did a lot of things for him. He's one of their return guys. He'll catch passes, work out of the backfield. Like you said, a utility knife type guy.
So it looks like they'll actually spot him out a little bit further back here, folks. Going to be must be a penalty because the ball is coming back all the way to the 15-yard line. So most likely holding or blocking the back call there for Westwood.
Correct. That was a holding call. It's kind of hard. He's in the glare, and it's hard to catch him from here right now. Once that sun goes over, we'll have a better idea what's going on.
And the students tonight for Westwood are dressed out in America colors tonight. I think it's American night tonight for them. And as for Cedar Ridge, blackout to go with the black jerseys. And just on these two play coaches, 2 penalties. See what the call is here.
Not the way Coach Woods wanted to get this thing started. That's for sure. Last week, didn't we talk about pre-snap penalties being ones that really kill you? This is one of those that we're talking about last week, and I just hope for the boys that it doesn't happen again this week. Those are just killers, and it's hard to play your best football when you're behind the chains all the time, 1st and 15, 2nd and long all the time.
And Cooper Waite stands back at quarterback for Westwood, takes a drop, has plenty of time, delivers a good ball out wide, and that is caught, and it's still going, and that's Drew Norrell, the junior wide receiver. He gets chased down, but he looks like he's almost down to the 2-yard line, tripped up by Powers Wallace, the sophomore linebacker, able to track him down, but not before Westwood has a huge, big play to start the game.
Well, so much for 1st and 15. That's a way you can fix that, Zach.
And taking
Good
the top
ball,
off.
Great catch. DB falls down, makes things a little bit easier for you.
And Norrell was able to hold that one in while kind of being, the ball swatted down. So he looked like he juggled it, but kept his feet up, kept his hands up, and now Westwood is sitting at the 2-yard line with 11 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first quarter. Tillman Subak comes back into quarterback here. Looks like we're going to have a timeout for Westwood. Coach Anthony Wood did not like what he saw there. Maybe the time was rolling down there, Coach.
Yeah, there's a little indecision right there, but they're going to get things squared away, and no time to be getting that first down penalty again. They've already had one. They don't need another. They're down banging on the door trying to start off with a great lead.
Absolutely, and we see here huddling up for Cedar Ridge. Looking at these jerseys tonight, Coach, obviously looking at the Stormtrooper look for Westwood. Just remember, folks, and also for the Raiders, they're coming out in their all-black outfits tonight. So definitely some good jerseys here tonight, folks. And looking at the scoreboard, it's 11 minutes 13 seconds. Westwood has already driven down the field with a lightning play here. So we'll get to see if the Cedar Ridge defense can put up a stand right here. And looks like back in quarterback is actually Noro, who just caught that.
It's a heavy set right there with two up backs, put him in motion and go right behind him, punch it in.
Untouched, and that is Drew Norrell, the man who just caught the ball on the deep pass from Waits, ends up taking it in untouched. A great play call there by Coach Anthony Wood.
Yeah, that was a great job getting Norrell involved right out of the gate. Made a big play and then went ahead and went behind his big boys and took care of business. Now we're off to a 7-0 lead.
7-0 here, folks, and not even a minute off the play or the game clock that we see this. So if you're Westwood and had a tough time scoring last week against McNeil on big plays, especially, you got to feel good with this one.
No doubt, they didn't get a whole lot of this early on last week. They had to get their offense going with their running game. If you remember, they got their offense untracked a little bit with their running game. And now, right out of the gate, went with the deep ball.
Went with the deep ball and succeeded. So seeing that happen, it's got to give, one, your young quarterback, Cooper Waits, who's a sophomore, a little bit more confidence, coming into the game. Backing up, 2 times in a row on back-to-back penalties, and then ultimately just getting a huge gain right there was got to be a good, empowering move for this offense, especially having a tough time last week scoring the ball.
Well, let's see what they can do on defense. They started off really well last week against the McNeil Mavericks. Now they're going to have a different task for them.
Always like to see the different looks that Cedar Ridge and all these schools get to show every week. You got to prepare for it in practice, running the scout team. And good tackle there from Westwood. That was on the play was Lamuriel Stogener, and he was able to get that tackle on the play. On the return was Josiah Ray, the senior running back for Cedar Ridge.
Well, it looks to me like they're going to send about 29 guys off the sideline right now, but
yeah, got that whole offense and backup offense, have a few guys holding some boards, so we're going to see some interesting play calls here tonight, maybe some shifts and different stuff, but we have number 6, Scott Howell, stepping at quarterback. He pitches it out wide, and a great tackle there from a gang of Westwood tacklers. And on the carry was Noah Devonish, the junior running back for Cedar Ridge. And coming out under center here. You don't see this so often anymore, Coach. Fake pitch, handoff again.
Devonish gets to the outside right there.
He's got some jets and gets
could be trouble.
Pushed out by Diego Mercado, the senior defensive back there, the safety. Ultimately pushes him out, but not before a huge gain, Coach. So a little trickery there on the fake pitch, and then reverse counter. Saw the pulling guard there. Ultimately around the side for, and he's got some speed, Coach.
Yeah, Devonish got to the edge. Once he bounced, it was a foot race to the corner and had a nice play. Big chunk play right there for him.
So going under center again is Scott Howell, the senior quarterback. Fakes handoff, bootlegs out left. And the ball is going to bounce harmlessly to the turf. I think that was intended for Reese Brooks, the senior wide receiver. who has some height on him out there. A big target, but just overthrew him slightly. Defense for Westwood coming out, saw a lot of big plays from MacLeod last week. Obviously, an explosive team that they have out there. But Westwood, you got to learn from that, and it looks like they're taking some notes, being able to force a 2nd down and 10 here. Pistol formation, handoff to Devenish, and tackle there made by a name that we called a lot last week, Jack Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly played a great game. He showed up all over the stat sheet, I'm sure, Saturday morning for the Warriors. They're going to have to account for him either one way by chunking the ball out wide to widen him out, or make sure you can block him, because otherwise he'll be able to make plays.
Hal has some room to run, and he will get the first down on a scamper out the pocket. Nothing was open, and Hal's showing he's got some legs there, Coach. So some unique formations here. Well, I say unique now, but going under center in high school is definitely a unique move. We've seen that tonight a couple of times, and also the pistol formation for the Cedar Ridge Raiders.
Yeah, I don't think it's very unique to see a quarterback go under center. I wouldn't call that unique. But, yes, you're right. Nowadays, you don't see it a whole lot.
I know that your offense, Coach, that's the prime bread and butter of that. But handoff here up the middle. Goes nowhere. Tackle made by Caius Coy, the senior defensive end. A big hit right there. And carrying the football for the Raiders was Devin Peterson, the sophomore running back there. So big hit.
Big play in the backfield right there.
It's got to be blocked on the edge. Another name that we called a lot last week was Caius Coy. So, Jack Kelly and Caius Coy kind of leading these Westwood Warriors on defense. And here we go. Handoff up the middle of Devenish. Flag on the play came after the snap. We'll see what the call is. Most likely going to be holding here. But we'll see what the call is. And you know what, Coach? Obviously,
offsides on the defense.
Offsides on defense. Jokingly say that, you don't usually see the quarterback under center. But at least for high school, there's only a few schools that really, keep doing that under center. One of those schools is Liberty Hill, and they find a lot of success with, a lot of veer action, a lot of motion in the backfield. Something that,
Liberty Hill runs the slot T as anybody in the state of Texas. I can promise you that. Not much fun calling plays against Liberty Hill for many years.
Just a little bit different. And pistol formation here. Motion for Hal. Hal has some protection, rolls it out to the left, and hits his running back. That's Devin Peterson again. Tackle made by Abe Whiteley, the senior defensive back there. Will be close to a first down, but not enough, Coach. 3rd down and 1, and about 8 minutes and 54 seconds are still left in this first quarter.
Game preparation must have seen something they like with play action bootleg stuff, with obviously defensive ends coming down hard trying to make a play on the run game. Then your quarterback boots out. It's giving them a chance to get to the edge.
Quick pitch here, and that ball is given.
Speaking of getting to the edge.
Christian Hall is able to take that one into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
Sonny boy, that happened in a hurry.
In an instant.
Bounce and cut right there.
And the first touch that Hall gets, he takes it to the crib. So a great play call there for Cedar Ridge. And they get on the board, Coach, answering Westwood's quick strike with one of their own.
They had the quick strike, and then they better do something about containment on the outside. Both 2 times, the best plays on this drive, I would have to say, were both times where they were running inside. The running back bounces it outside, and there hadn't been anyone out there. And right there, he just outran them.
Outran them, yeah. 7-7 score here. So immediately some big fireworks. We know that both of these teams had the ability to score. Last week, Cedar Ridge scoring 56 points in a loss, Coach. Whenever you score 56 points in in any sense.
You think you ought to win?
Yeah.
You think you should win, Zach.
Absolutely.
You score like that. Yeah, that's hard to stomach right there.
So both of these teams obviously know how to do it, and we're seeing that happen right away to start this game. And Hall playing defense and offense. He plays defensive back for the Cedar Ridge Raiders on defense, and coming in, getting 1 touch, taking it to the crib.
Then I think he's out there on kickoff team. May have to run somebody down right there. Here we go. This has been quite the start offensively. Way different than last week's contest.
Oh, absolutely.
On both sides.
Way different. Both these teams scoring very quickly. Defense is going to need to have a little bit of adjustment here. We'll see what Westwood comes out with, because they really only had 2 different plays on their last drive, but went almost 95 yards down the field. Kick here, and that is going to be picked up by Jackman Jr. right around the 5-yard line, and he has some room to work. Will be a penalty flag on the field, though, going right back around the 15-yard line. Kind of history repeating itself here if it's going to be on Westwood. Block in the back on the receiving team. So, yeah, they'll be pushing back Westwood a little bit further, right almost where they probably started out with the ball last time they got the ball.
Okay. Well, we're not very far into this thing, Zach, and we've already got 2 touchdowns, 2 long touchdowns at that.
Almost identical placing to where the ball was the last time the Warriors possessed it. But we'll see what happens here if they get the same result.
Well, are they just going to say, let's put him on the other side, and we'll go one-on-one, say our guy's better than your guy again?
Trips to the bottom of your screen, folks. Trips right. Single receiver split up top. Waits his quarterback. Hands it off to Sutton. He's got a little bit of room to work. He bounces outside, folks. He's able to take that a couple yards and gets ran out of bounds right around the 28-yard line, 27-yard line. So, Coach, the same thing happening for Westwood as for Cedar Ridge last drive. Play up the middle, but bounces it outside and able to get a good chunk.
And like I said before we started, you and I talked about him last week. He had a good game. They didn't win, but Sutton had a real nice game against the Mavericks.
Ace formation here, split out wide. Quarterback motions the receiver out and taken up by Norwell, who had that long reception earlier in the game. So Coach Anthony Wood getting Norwell involved here. He has the touchdown run and his second catch already.
Yeah, this time of game, and he's got 100 yards. Fantasy football, here we go, at its finest right there.
Already, yeah.
A rushing touchdown and 2 catches for 100 yards. 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, no kidding. Second down and about 4 to go here. Handoff to Sutton. Sutton gets taken down, and the tackle was made by Elijah Sanchez, the junior.
It's going to be 3rd and short. I think he's going to take both downs to get this. I don't see him punting it away unless they have a penalty and it ends up being a long 4th down. I think they're either going to take a shot and try and get one-on-one, catch the Raiders in attack mode and get some one-on-one coverage out here and try for a big one, or run it right at him, try and get a 1st down.
Motion here. And that's going to be a quarterback keeper. He will get enough for the 1st down here, folks. So that will be a 1st down for Westwood on the play. And, yeah, Coach, Coach Anthony Wood's definitely one of those coaches, very cerebral, knows when to go for it, knows when not to. 21 years of experience just at Westwood, so got to love that. Trips to the top of your screen here. Handoff to Sutton up the middle. Tackle made by Cedar Ridge Raider, and that was number 8 on the tackle, and Benny Sears, the defensive tackle there. So Westwood starting to run the ball again, kind of what we saw last week, Coach.
And they're starting to speed things up. Now it's easier to speed things up. When you're not 3 and out, it's easier to speed it up when you're moving the football and you're running the football and your guys are feeling pretty good about themselves.
So a bit of a miscommunication there, but quarterback ends up handing it off to Sutton in a direction that he wasn't probably supposed to, kind of behind his back, but ends up getting positive yardage. 3rd down and about 4 here to go for Westwood.
Okay, they're in a trips open set right here. Quarterback comes out, zings it out for a nice, easy 1st down right there.
And that catch is made on the play by Colton Case, and tackle made as well by Devin Crank out there, the senior. So definitely getting some work in there for Westwood. Nothing too flashy just yet besides their first play. Really, taking what they're giving them, running the ball for positive yardage each time, playing ahead of the sticks. 2 receivers split down to your screen. Handoff up the middle. Sutton's got some room. He burst up there and ends up getting about 11 yards on the play. Will be enough for another Westwood first down. So Sutton making some big plays early.
They're able to run right at him, Zach. We didn't see much of that against McNeil after the second quarter. But if it's obviously something they wanted to do because they came out with it last week, and they're definitely sticking with it.
Yeah, that middle was almost unattainable for Westwood. A lot of negative plays, but they were able to get some success on some outside zones. Here we go. Catch or throw was made, but no catch on the play. Looks like Noro slipped up a bit on the play, but just looks like the same look they just ran to Case, Colton Case, a while back on this drive. But it brings up a 2nd down and 10. So Westwood having to play behind the sticks a little bit here.
Be ready for them to run that again sometime here tonight. And when they put Sutton in motion, they expect the screen, pump the screen, and let Sutton just keep on going. If they come up hard on the screen, he'll be running all by himself.
Yeah, there's good strategical play there. Get them thinking it's going to be the same thing over and over again, and then hit them with that one time it doesn't. Sutton up the middle again, has some room, breaks a few tackles, and is able to get that up about 9 yards. So it will be a 2nd down here, but a great tackle on the play made by Jaden Fike, the senior safety there, stepping up and filling that gap. But 3rd down and 1 here, Coach, and you got to be thinking 4 down territory.
Definitely think that offensively, defensively, definitely thinking we've got to do something to get off the field right now.
And the play they scored a touchdown, Norrell opens it up, and again, the same play ends up going for 6. 2 touchdowns for Norrell. He's able to take it in from about 30 yards out.
Well, Blackout better start playing some defense because the Warriors came to play tonight, Zach.
Absolutely. Ran it right up the middle. And, Coach, that middle has been open for this offense. They've been able to get a lot of good positive yards, and that one goes for 6.
It's still an option play right there. It's not a traditional triple option type look, but they're reading somebody, probably the end man, and the quarterback sees them widen out when the back goes or the receiver goes in motion, and they run off with him, and it is Katie bar the door right up the gut.
Makes it look easy on that one. Norrell with already 2 touchdowns to his name, probably about 100 yards receiving already, and at least 40 yards rushing the ball there. So really good job there from Westwood to be able to get their playmakers the ball and to make the plays. But Cedar Ridge on defense, that drive went all the way from about the 6-yard line all the way down the field, and still with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in this first quarter.
Yes, they're getting ready to kick it off, and they do have some guys back there who can scare you on their deep return team. So make sure you keep that in mind. I'm not so sure they're looking to kick it deep every time.
Yeah, Josiah Ray is joined by the man who scored the touchdown for the Raiders, Christian Hall, back deep to return. And it's going to be a shorter kick here. It's actually going to fall to the ground. And scooped up by Josiah Ray, who's got some room to work, ends up being tackled there just before breaking it out a bit further. And on the play was Abe Whiteley.
Right there, he's
Westwood.
1 block away from taking it to the house right there, Zacharoon. That would have been something else.
Definitely some electric talent back there, especially with Hall, as we just saw, turned on the Jets and turned a corner and went about 40 yards down the field for an easy touchdown earlier in the last drive.
Well, let's see how they adjust to that bounce, when they run in the inside and then they bounce it outside.
So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns so far, and we'll see if Cedar Ridge can make that 4 for 4 here on this drive. But a good run there by Josiah Ray, ends up being tackled by a few Westwood Warriors. Cam Green in on the action there. Will be a 2nd down and about 10 for the Raiders. And, that's something that, you got to play ahead of the sticks. It seems like the Raiders are a run-first offense here, Coach, with a lot of play action that they've already shown tonight.
Not afraid to run it and run it and run it. And whenever you think they're going to run it, they'll show run and bootleg out. This time,
Hal fakes the
Very
handoff,
similar.
rolls out, is able to throw it
Got
out
his
to
man.
his big wide receiver out there, and that's Reese Brooks, the senior. They tried to go to him earlier, and a great play by Hal, who's got some speed on him outside there and is able to really move it around. Looks like Hal coming to the sidelines to get the play. We'll see what the call is here. The coach has two of them over next to each other. That is R.J. Cadill, the senior wide receiver, out wide at the bottom of your screen. Tight formation here. Motion. Fake handoff. And Hal throws it up, and that ball is intended for Reese Brooks again. But in his face was Caius Coy, who disrupts him as he throws the football. And Caius is looking tough to block out there.
Their hands are full right now with Coy. That's a guy you're going to have to do something about if you're going to be able to do anything on the edge. Doesn't look like he's going to get sucked in every time with the play-action fake.
Beautiful night here tonight, folks. It's just a crystal clear day. Sun is about to set. 2nd down and 10 here for the Raiders as they face a 3-man front. Shotgun. Hal has some time, delivers it to Brooks. Brooks has a toe tap on the outside, and that will be good enough for a 1st down. So it looks like they want to go to Brooks anytime they throw in the football.
Well, they've definitely shown that so far.
Getting him involved early, got to get your playmakers the football. On the side of Westwood, it's definitely Norrell and seemingly, Hall as well as Brooks here early for the Raiders.
So let's see, are they going to run right at it?
Handoff here, read option, and quarterback Hal is able to follow his blockers. He's got some room to work. Ends up fumbling the football. There's going to be a flag on the play, but Westwood is going to scoop it up around the 4-yard line. On the recovery for Westwood is Josh Hansen. Heads up play. Not sure what the flag is going to be called here.
Yeah, hold your horses. We have a flag down.
Flag looked like it popped out right as the fumble happened. So we will see what the call is here. Westwood's offense is coming out onto the field.
Waving it off.
Yep, that is a 1st down Westwood as they get the turnover after Hal busts it for about 20 yards, ends up going down and coughing up the football.
Well, they're starting on their own 4-yard line, so although that's a negative, having to start on your own 4-yard line, it's better than 1st down and goal to goal for the other team, or 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
And, Coach, I don't think this is unfamiliar territory for Westwood. This is the 3rd time they've started within their own 5-yard line on their 3rd drive.
Yes,
so
sir.
We'll see if they'll be able to take that one in here as they've done in the first 2. But Westwood obviously having their backs against the wall. Tillman Subak is back in at quarterback for Westwood. A bit of a more of a runner here. Handoff up the middle. And that is Sutton again, who files down for about 3 yards. A little bit more breathing room there, Coach. You gotta, at least you don't have to take the snap on the heels of your own end zone.
Yeah, that's always nice to have Sutton back there that you can hand it off. He's not going to be a negative yardage guy. He's leaning forward, and he's a powerful runner.
Smaller frame, but able to really just drive people back. I mean, on that play, he drove them back. And then Tillman Sobach takes the handoff, gets about a yard, but big tackle made from Cedar Ridge's own Powers Wallace. He's able to come up and stick his nose in there. A few times we've called his name tonight. So
yeah, that was a good job. They just tried to go one back and run, sprint out, run, quarterback run all the way, and defensive players were up to it on that one.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd down and about 5 to go here for Westwood. So if Cedar Ridge can get off the field here, they get a big win. Empty backfield.
Sprint out.
Has a man wide open, and guess who it is again, Coach? That is Norrell, who just keeps himself getting the ball. Drew Norrell is just the X factor here for Westwood in the early and often. That 3rd down and 5 ends up being a 1st down at the 29-yard line for Westwood.
As of right now, how do you turn that guy loose? There's one guy right now you absolutely know you have to do something with, and it's number 4 in a white jersey. Make sure he's not running open.
And he's lining up in the slot, lining up outside. And here we go. A good tackle there from a few Raiders in on the action was once again Powers Wallace, as well as Benny Sears, the defensive tackle there. So seeing that, defense kind of holding a few different plays here. They got to get off the field here, Coach. They haven't been able to all night tonight.
It's been tough for them. They're going to get tired if they don't. I know they're young men and they are in shape and all that stuff. It's still hot outside. There's some big old boys up front. They're going to get tired if they keep playing defense the whole night.
90 degrees out tonight. About a minute left here in this first quarter. Tillman Subak drops back to pass. And again, the same number tonight, folks. Drew Norrell is just being targeted at a high rate tonight. They definitely want to get him the football out on the coverage for Cedar Ridge. And it looks like a flag on the play. Coming way in the backfield of the defensive backs. See what the call is.
I don't know. Could be an offensive push-off, defensive holding, one of the two. But usually from back there, that's what's going to be called.
Wasn't really even near where the football is.
No,
about 20 yards back.
It was way past it.
So we'll see what the call is here. Penalty on Westwood. Looks like it will be a spot foul, and they'll be taking the ball from where he got the reception at backwards. And that is a 15-yard penalty on the play, folks. Not sure exactly what the call was, but either way, penalty on the play, brings it back.
Yeah, I think he was saying there was ineligible man downfield.
So brings up a first down and 10 still, but ball is now at the 25-yard line instead of the 29. So Westwood gets a new set of downs here, but push back about 4 yards.
Well, I can tell you one thing. If there was a penalty on the sideline, Coach Wood is not going to be very happy about it.
Tillman Subak drops back to pass, ends up going out of bounds. 2 flags on the play, one in the backfield of Westwood and the other in the backfield of Cedar Ridge. So we'll see what the calls are here. A lot of penalties so far in the early going here, Coach, by both teams. We've seen a little bit of a miscommunications on a few of these, and false start to start the game for Westwood, especially on the first play. So, definitely seeing a few early season mistakes as the season goes on. You hope that these kind of, float away as the time goes on. But, Coach, as, being a coach every week, harping on the small things, it's got to be frustrating.
No doubt. Just certain things are hard to deal with, and penalties like that are one of them. It's just so frustrating. Right when you're thinking you have things going, your offense is rolling, and now next thing you know, it's 1st and 25. That's tough.
It is super tough, and Westwood has kind of put them in this spot. They've been able to work out of it. Still 39 seconds left in this first quarter. Westwood coming out with 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Subak takes the snap, keeps retreating. A little bit of a screen play there to their big tight end. On the reception there was Charlie Fry, who gets met by David Krause.
Got a big chunk of it back right there. That was a great call.
And that's how you got to play these. So especially when you got first down and super long, you got to just get chunks of it, make it more manageable as you go on. Don't need it all at once. But second down and about 17 to go for Westwood, and they're going to take that to the end of the first quarter. So, folks, we are going to listen to one of our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Longtime MacLeod parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921-4490 or at Brian Kerman at remax.net. Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs, with stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto. Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard. Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good.
So after that brief interjection there, folks, we're going to be set up with Westwood having a second down and about 16 to go here from their own 19-yard line. And after a few penalties, setting them back. But they've been able to get the ball moving here, folks, all night tonight. See what the call is here. It might be another false start for Westwood as they jumped after the D-line shifted their movement.
Unless those defensive players are mimicking the snap count, that's just a lack of concentration by the offensive line.
Yep, and that will be a false start for Westwood, so back them up even more. We've had more penalties on this drive than actual plays, it seems like. So Westwood will be faced now with a second down and about 20 to go here. The line to gain is the 35-yard line. They are at their own 14. 3 wide receivers split out wide. 1 receiver to the bottom of your screen here. Tillman takes the ball back. He's got plenty of time. Rolls out and gets sacked on the play. A great tackle on the outside. And, again, this is a name we've called a few times tonight. Benny Sears, the defensive tackle, is able to come up and make a big play there. Will cause a third down and long. It looked like Tillman Subak was able to get right back to the line of scrimmage there. But it will be a third down and long situation, so we'll see what they do here. As a reminder, folks, please make sure you like and subscribe to our webcast. All the Round Rock ISD games will be presented on YouTube via iHSFAN, so please make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Snap comes, empty backfield, has plenty of time. Tillman ends up rolling out, still got some time, throws a ball to.
He's got a man
who's got almost enough for the first down.
Not quite.
Weston Franz comes up about 3 yards short of the first down here. So decision time for Coach Wood. Looks like they might be going for it here.
It's the kind of deal where Coach Wood's going to bring in his goal line offense and put 2 of his defensive tackles in the backfield and run that quarterback right behind. Hey, number 4, there you go.
Coach, it's like you know exactly what's going on. Have something that you can tell the future. But, yeah, fourth down, ball at their own 33-yard line. So Westwood playing it a little bit risky, but they scored on this play 2 times. Ball hits the ground. Westwood ends up coming up short, and Cedar Ridge gets off the field after a scary one. Almost ended up being a conversion on third down and long. But Westwood gets off the field, and Cedar Ridge is hype about that as they are able to get their first stop of the night after fumbling the football on their last drive. Cedar Ridge's Raiders team is looking to score again. They've been able to move the ball all night tonight, just last drive, put it on the ground.
Definitely a big stop for them right there. Would have been really, really tough for them to keep their heads up and keep swinging away down 21-7. You think that even though they fought so hard last week when they were down.
And here we go. The Raiders start off in great field position, and there we go. That is a great run and a great tackle there on the carry that is Noah Devonish. So Devonish has really been the go-to guy here for the Raiders so far early on, showing that speed. And the Raiders want to go quickly here. It's a long sweep handoff.
Devonish again.
And
I think he's got the first down. What do you think, Zach?
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be a first down on the play. Tackle made by Ryan Murfin, the senior linebacker there for Westwood. So will be a first down. Clock rolling here, folks. 9:52 left in this first half. Cedar Ridge moving the ball, started off in great field position based off the stop from their defense.
Give them a short field. Change things up a bit, doesn't it?
And we'll see what they're able to do with it here. And Coach, they have not been able to really stop anything but themselves. And we'll see a
timeout.
Yeah, we'll see the Raiders take a timeout here as both of these teams head off to the sidelines. Some high-scoring action early in this one. The first 3 drives were touchdowns, and you got to just think about that as, from last week with Westwood especially struggling to put points on the board, ended up only scoring 14 points. And then, obviously, last week for Cedar Ridge, they were accustomed to scoring points with 56, but losing that one to Hutto, 63-56 there.
Last week they were down quite a bit at the end of the game, and then towards the end, and they scored in a hurry. They scored 3 touchdowns in a matter of minutes. So it's not that they can't score in bunches, but they can't let the Warriors get too far out in front with and the Warriors are thinking if we can get a stop right here and go down, score, and be up 2 scores, we're in pretty good shape going into half.
And Cedar Ridge gets the ball at half, so still plenty of time here, Coach. I mean, the Warriors scored within a minute on their first drive, so we know that both of these teams are able to do so. But 9:30 left in this half for both of these teams to do any damage. But Devonish is standing behind Hal in the backfield, pistol formation here.
Here they come, blitz
Fake
off
handoff.
the edge, and they get a soft corner.
And that's going to be a holding penalty on the outside, but Howe ends up getting a few yards there on the scamper outside, but will be coming back here. So another penalty here. The laundry is being thrown all over the field tonight. A lot of mistakes, a lot of mental mistakes here for both of these teams, and it's kind of going to be hurting the Raiders on this one.
Westwood brought heat off the edge right there, and the guy who blitzed was a little bit too tight and got suckered in. They got outside on him, but when you go out there and you wrap your arms around one of the defenders, they're going to call it every time, I would think.
There's always a certain degree of holding on pretty much every single play there is. It's just usually the most dramatic situations get the whistle for it. So it will be first down and about 10 yards to go to their original line of scrimmage. So first down about 20 here. Howell steps back to pass, feels the pressure. Caius Coy has the ball and ends up Howell throws it a great catch.
Did he come up with that?
He
Zach?
did catch the ball. A
Woo!
Great snag there, and that ball was caught by Audric Williams, the sophomore wide receiver. So showing up early for the Raiders and ends up making a big play. Great ball by Howe right there. Ends up setting a long first down and 20. Ends up being a first and goal from the 2-yard line.
Seems like they've not had much problem with it, dealing with adversity, either of these offenses.
Absolutely not. Putting themselves in holes, but able to dig themselves out of it. And that ball is given to Devonish. He's able to take it for about a yard loss on that one. So it will be second down and goal from the 2-yard line, folks. Hal brings in the play. Westwood looking to make a stand here, but Cedar Ridge is knocking on the door. I formation, fake handoff, has a man wide open in the back of the end zone, and that is Brooks, who's able to score a touchdown there. Hal ends up finding him wide open, and it will be a 13-14 game, folks.
Wow, that was quick. They got the stop they needed. Then they go down with the big play after a penalty that could have haunted them later in the game. Had no bearing on this drive because of the big play.
And, starting off in great field position there, so they needed to get in the end zone on that one to tie it up, just the way that both of these teams are playing at this point. We've had few drives on each side of the ball, 6 drives total, and we've had 4 touchdowns so far. So high rate of scoring in this one to start it off. We'll see what adjustments are going to be made at halftime, as there's still about 8 minutes left in this half. folks. So we'll be seeing a lot more scoring tonight, more than likely, as both of these teams are showing that they have the capability to go up and down the field and score.
Such quick strike. You know, it just when you think you're getting a stop, just when you're happy you put them in a bad spot or they put themselves in a bad spot, these offenses are getting it going with a big play.
Absolutely, Coach. And now we're going to be able to see the receiving team. Jackman Jr. is going to be back for Westwood, and for the kick will be Cooper Tugas, the number 31 kicker for the Raiders. And over on the other side of our webcast network, Round Rock Dragons at McNeil, we have Round Rock up 21-14 on the field there. So a good matchup over on the other channel there for Round Rock ISD football. Fair catch made right around the 30-yard line for Westwood. We'll see them set up shop. And, Coach, you know, a couple penalties on that last drive. Actually, more than a couple. A handful of penalties for Westwood. Really shot him in the foot, and then going for it on fourth down with the fumbled snap. Had to, you know, really break the back on that drive. And, you know, Coach Wood obviously playing it aggressive. Didn't really want to flip the field, but ends up paying for it as the short field for Cedar Ridge ends up scoring a touchdown for them, tying this ball game up 14-14.
Well, they're getting it back. They're still in good shape. Still 8 minutes left in the first half. So let's see if they can get another drive going and take the lead before halftime.
3 wide receivers split out to the right side. Waits has the ball. He's got plenty of time. Ends up throwing it out wide. That is in the no man's land vicinity. So that will bring up second down and 10. Looks like his receiver was just out of sync there, not on the same page.
Definitely not on the same page, Zach. Stuttered to run a comeback and just kept on going. Quarterback throws the out.
The thing about the both of these teams, there is plenty of time for both of these quarterbacks to identify what's going on and then deliver a strike. We haven't really seen too much of a pass rush from either a sack earlier by Cedar Ridge, but at this point we're seeing the O-line play great on both sides. And Waits has some time, steps up in the pocket, ends up throwing it over the middle, and guess who it is again? That is Norrell, who able to take it all across to the 41-yard line. And looked like he almost took it from his own other wide receiver there, right in the same vicinity, but ends up going for a first down.
Who'd have thunk it, Norrell, for a first down?
Getting him
Good
involved.
Ball, great catch.
Yeah, great pocket awareness there by Waits to be able to step up and amidst the guys flying around him and finding an open pocket in the backfield to deliver a good strike.
Looks like they're going to stay with this trips open look.
Screen out wide. That ball is going to sail over the top of Jackman Jr. So Waits, 2 incompletions on this drive, but 1 deep ball. And Coach Wood kind of going away from the run game here. We saw it a lot in the last 2 drives, but opening up this drive with 3 straight passes.
Yeah, they had a little bit going, and let's see if they come back to it, if they can get a first down right here. Now they're a little bit backed up a little bit to where they feel they may need to throw the ball.
Second down and 10 here, Coach. 1 high safety for the Cedar Ridge Raiders. And that ball will be on the turf. Jackman Jr. and Waits just did not have a clean handoff there. And that's
it looked like a jet sweep, like he was just going to catch it and flip it and just didn't flip it cleanly to him.
And lucky for Westwood, smart play call because it went in front of Waits, who threw a forward pass. Fortunately, falls harmlessly to the ground, so that doesn't require a fumble. But scary play there.
Kind of surprised that's not an incomplete pass because it went forward.
They called it incomplete pass. Ball is right back out.
Okay, right back to the line of scrimmage.
Yep, third down and 10 here. Cedar Ridge brings pressure, but Waits delivers a great ball. We'll see where they spot that one. It looks like he might be a yard short, but on the reception was Asher David, the junior wide receiver. So we'll see that big unit coming again here for Westwood. A couple defensive tackles, like you said, Coach.
Jumbos again.
Yep, and we'll see a 4th down and 1 right at midfield.
They may do the same thing without putting the running back in motion.
And Brooks.
Just let the quarterback take off.
Yeah, we'll see here. They got 2 upbacks.
Nope.
Motion here. Looks like you're going to see a timeout from Cedar Ridge. Take a second here to catch our breaths on a big 4th down.
Zach, he's braver than I am. Had we snapped it and had a 4th and 1 and it completely changed the complexion of the situation in the time of the second quarter, I don't think with it being the same, almost the same exact thing,
right,
10 yards further up, mind you, but still the same situation. You bring in your big guys, you run the same play. That's a coach knowing what he likes, knowing what he's going to do in that situation.
Absolutely.
And let's do it. And I respect the heck out of that, but I'm just telling you, when you snap it and it bumbles around the way it did the last time, it's kind of hard to go back to it.
And absolutely, Coach knows who he wants to give the ball to, and it looks like Norrell's going to be back there again. But you're right, Coach. Gone for a touchdown one time, went for a fumble and a turnover on downs, which led to an opponent's touchdown. So, good with bad. But here we go. Motion here, 4th down and 1. Norrell takes it up the middle. He's got room to run, folks. And he is a tough man to tackle, but tackle was made by Matthew Newton, the senior. And, Coach, they get about 25 there.
When are they just going to hand it on that play?
Yeah.
Is it coming, Zach? Is it coming sooner or later, late in the game?
All I know is that they're giving Norrell the ball as much as they can. He's been able to shoulder a lot of the yardage here for Westwood, which has been great to rely on for both Tillman Subak as well as Cooper Waits, the quarterbacks.
No doubt. No doubt.
So trips left to the bottom of your screen here. No receiver, single high. Handoff outside to Sutton. Sutton follows his blockers. Good block there on the outside, but ends up being tackled by Cedar Ridge's Devin Crank out there at cornerback.
I really like the style that he runs with. He's not in a hurry. He's powerful. He's fast. When he makes a cut, he's decisive, but he doesn't ever outrun his linemen and get tackled by guys that could get blocked. Just a smart running back who does a great job for him.
That's always a tough thing to follow your slow lineman, but usually it rewards you by not going too fast. And handoff here up the middle to Sutton. Nice jump cut there. Is able to get the ball out to about the 24-yard line. We'll make it a 3rd down and 4 here. Coach, about 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in this half. Westwood going quick here. Norrell checks back into the game, who's had a busy night tonight.
If it were up to me and if I was calling plays, he'd keep having a busy night.
Fake handoff here, play action. Tillman Subak has plenty of time, delivers a ball a little bit too high for the receiver, but it will stop the clock and create a 4th down situation. So, 4th down, let's see if they bring in the big boys and put Norrell back at quarterback for this one.
It's a little more than the 2 yards or the 1 yard they've needed the last couple times.
Yeah.
So they may go with their traditional offense.
Yeah, this is a decision here for Coach Anthony Wood. Obviously a big play. Not as freaked out about not getting the 1st down here if you can't, because obviously the ball is going to rest on your side of the field. A little bit longer field for the Cedar Ridge Raiders to go.
Exactly. You won't be backed up if you don't get it right here. This goes by the book a lot more so than the previous one.
Absolutely.
That led to the touchdown.
And a quick timeout here for Westwood. Clock was rolling down. They didn't have anything to look at. So we'll be 4th down for Westwood. And Cedar Ridge looking to get their 2nd straight stop tonight if they can get off the field here.
Okay, Zach, are they reading that fly sweep look on 4th down with the quarterback when he's back there, when Norrell's back there, and he keeps pulling it and running straight ahead, and there is a huge hole there? Is that a read, or is that a design play? Because if it's a read, sooner or later, they're going to hand it, and we might see someone else
end up taking
it down the – yes.
And that's always a good question. sometimes you can't ever tell if it's design or read, but, with a lot of offenses now reverting to the run-pass option, there's so many decisions that the quarterback has to make. And typically when you don't have your main quarterback in there, you got to rely on, a wide receiver to maybe make that decision over your guy who has maybe more reps with it. So 4th down and about 4 here to go. Westwood snaps the ball. Big rush by Cedar Ridge, and they get the sack. Big sack there. And on the play, that was Wyatt McKenzie, the defensive lineman. They sent about 7 guys to rush the quarterback and end up getting to him.
Well, they could send extra guys because I do believe that Westwood only had 10 guys on the field.
It looked like it, yeah.
I think they only had 10 guys on the field right there, Zach. They were talking to one of the receivers on the sideline, and they snapped the ball, and I think there's a little confusion. And coming off a timeout, that's hard to swallow as well.
Hard to swallow, and now Cedar Ridge will get the ball back. Tie ball game.
Plenty time the way things have gone.
5 minutes left here in this half. Motion here, single back set, play action. Caius Coy is on the pursuit there, and he makes the quarterback just throw the ball out of bounds. Great pressure by the Westwood Warriors, and Caius Coy has been a nightmare for that offensive line all night tonight.
And he was called quite a bit last week as well. We called his name throughout the game last week, and he's just a problem if you don't get your hands on him.
And handoff here up the middle. Slips on his own feet. That's a new running back in there for the Raiders. That's Eddie Carruthers. Josiah Ray. He's able to take that up there. Number 3, Josiah Ray, very quick back as well. And so we'll see Cedar Ridge facing a 3rd down and 5 here. And, they're kind of close to midfield. We haven't seen them go for a 4th down, but if they get there, don't be surprised. And play action again, rollout smash. Caius Coy is out there. And, again, running around is Hal. He's trying to make a play here. He does stiff arm and is able to get down the field, runs out of bounds. We'll see where they spot. They will give him the 1st down, just enough, folks. That will be about a 10-yard gain here for the quarterback, making a play out there.
I like to say he earned that 1st down. They're not giving him much. I know they're giving him the 1st down, but he earned that 1st down. He had big number 5 right in his face, and he just said, I'm going the other way. Stiffy, go get a 1st down and get out of bounds.
And it's a bit, every play that they drop back to pass is a play action rollout, or he's dropping straight back. It is not really happening too much. So Cedar Ridge will take another timeout here. 1st down for them with about 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in this half. So we'll see what they draw up here, Coach. But as always, please make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast or the stream. We always really appreciate that. And we'll be bringing you guys football all year long for Round Rock ISD. And make sure that Auto Nation proudly supports the Round Rock ISD football programs. Looking for a big win? Shop their unbeatable selection of new Silverados, Colorados, Equinoxes, Trax, and more. Plus, score your cash by selling your car to them at AutoNation Chevrolet. Get your quick online appraisal now at AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com, then get paid the same day. It's that easy. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet at 183 in Duval today. Together, let's drive. So quick time out there, folks. We'll be right back to the action here. And 4 minutes and 20 seconds is plenty of time. We've seen both of these schools be able to walk down the field and score pretty quickly.
Yeah, the clock's not an issue right now. We could have 3 scores in this amount of time. So let's just see how this shakes out. 2 backs in the backfield, pro set.
Handoff up the middle. And
nothing doing.
Yeah, nothing there, Coach. It will be a 2nd down and about 10 to go for the Raiders. And they are munching down the clock here. 4 minutes to go. Bringing in some different personnel for the Raiders. And, the Westwood offense being very aggressive tonight, going 4th down a lot, has ended up benefiting the offense of the Raiders. And so handoff here up the middle, and that's Devonish. He gets tackled by Pierre Hewitt the third. Will be a 3rd down and about 7 to go for the Raiders. Cedar Ridge looking to get a first down here, thinking probably 4-down territory as they're kind of in the middle of the field. A little bit too long for a field goal, a little bit too short for a punt.
That's definitely the college and pro way to look at it. But in high school, you got to remember punters aren't quite getting it out there, so you don't have to worry about that one that's going to that's tough.
Ball just falls harmlessly to the floor after being bobbled a bit out there by the receiver on the screenplay. Looked like it could have gone for a little bit of a number there, but it will create a 4th down and long for Cedar Ridge. So we will see what they call here. Punt team looks like it's coming out in the field. And number 12 will be Jaden Lambert, the punter. He's going to be taking his first snap of the night tonight.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense right here, Zach. Go ahead and punt it away. Your defense has played much better outside of a few plays that you'd really like to have back.
And back to return is Noro. He's going to call a fair catch here right around the 22-yard line. Will be a first down for Westwood as they take over with about 3 minutes left in this one, in this half at least. During halftime, we will make sure to update y'all with scores from around the area, scores from the district as district play is just heating up, as well as make sure to tune in to the bands. It looks like they're having a special presentation tonight. A lot of props and a lot of coordination, it seems like, with their outfits.
We're talking about it earlier. Kids are getting ready for their competitions.
And so appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. But Westwood will be taking over the football.
They're going to grind it out, Zach, or are they going to try and air it out right here?
I think they have man coverage down with Nora at the bottom of your screen here. Don't be surprised if they take a shot. And they do. Waits throws it up there, and that ball looks like it got tipped at the line of scrimmage, but they went for the deep ball there. A go route, you saw kind of Cooper Waits nod to Nora right there, signaling, go for it.
Okay, it's your ball.
Yep.
We're coming to you. You got one guy, beat him.
And Noro has been busy all night tonight, Coach. We've called his name quite a bit on offense. He's been definitely the X factor, to move it. But
I hope Doc's got an IV bag for old number 4 to give him at halftime.
Same look here. Looks like press man. Corner backs up a little bit. Waits, drops back to pass, throws it over the middle. And that ball is almost dragged in with one hand by Noro, but they try to go to him again, and ball falls harmlessly to the floor. Will be a 3rd down and 10. So 2 quick plays here for Westwood, and both of them end up in an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I think he's gassed right now, Zach. He's got to get a little pump back to him. It's not like they're going to not come to him. That's a ball he wishes he would have again. Because he'll make that play. Next time, they'll probably make that play 9 out of 10 times.
Absolutely. And Westwood with new receiver on the field here, replacing Noro. 3rd down and 10 here. It looks like pressure's coming. They bring pressure for Cedar Ridge, and that ball will sail over the head, and Cedar Ridge creates a 4th down and about 10 here, and only about 17 seconds off the clock. So quick series for Westwood. They're going to have to punt this ball away, and Cedar Ridge looks like they're going to have great field position to start out.
No doubt. Didn't give your defense much help right there as far as giving them a breather, that's for sure. 3 quick plays, didn't run any time off the clock. Now Cedar Ridge has plenty time to run the ball, get a 2-minute offense going if they like, but plenty time left.
And Cedar Ridge has 1 timeout left, Westwood with no timeouts. And that is a great punt. Takes a Westwood bounce, keeps rolling. And, Coach, we just talked about field position. The return was set around the 50-yard line, ends up going all the way down to the 23, so flips the field completely.
Huge.
That was a great punt there.
Absolutely a huge play right there by the punter.
Sets up Cedar Ridge to go all the way down the field, which is something they're plenty used to as they've scored 2 times tonight. But the defenses started to heat up a little bit more here, Coach, after some quick scoring to start the game off for both of these teams.
No doubt. Let's see what they come out in. Are they going to be content to run it and try and get a couple first downs before they air it out and get into their 2-minute offense?
Yeah, we'll see here. They've gone under center quite a bit here, so we'll see if they fake. Again, that was a fake pitch, but ends up being a ball down, and some great tackling by Westwood on the play there. A lot of them got involved, but the first guy there was Josh Hansen, the junior, able to make a big pop and stop that play from going for more.
Oh, Devonish, he's a tough rascal. He'll hit it up inside. He's not the biggest back we've seen, but he's definitely not afraid to put his nose in it.
And, running backs come in all shapes and sizes, but we see all of them succeed at every single level. Specialties, catching the ball, being a quick guy, power guy. You can really craft a different your abilities for how you play the ball. And here we go. Devonish gets the ball again. He has plenty of room here and continues to just pinball off of players. Ends up going for a first down after the third down situation.
Come to think of it, I don't know what Cedar Ridge is thinking. They've never had a running back who's undersized and really made anything of himself, like Deuce Vaughn or anything
right,
that, huh?
Yeah. I was about to say
that?
Deuce Vaughn playing in the NFL now for the Cowboys. Smaller guy, but he had such a great career here at Cedar Ridge.
One of the most exciting college players at the time at K-State. Just, wow.
Both of these schools definitely have produced plenty of talent at all levels. And here he goes. How he has a man deep, ends up throwing it, and that ball is going to be incomplete.
Out of bounds.
He was out of bounds, but came down with the football on the outside. And again, that's the sophomore for Cedar Ridge. That is on the play, Audric Williams. So he's been gone to twice tonight, made that diving catch, and makes a great catch out there, but just stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a good ball, great catch. He just went up and over the defender. That's something exciting that you can go to later.
And just the sophomore, definitely able to, continue his great rise. And up the middle, Devonish has some room to work. He makes a few guys miss. He doesn't go down easy, folks. It'll be a first down. Clock will stop. 54 seconds left. Cedar Ridge does not have a timeout here, folks. Or they do have one timeout. I apologize. The Warriors only do not have a timeout. So these first downs stop the clock. But Cedar Ridge, knowing they have one timeout, needs to get down the field, at least in a field goal position, to be able to use any and get any points out of this drive. Hal drops back, has Caius Coy tracking him down, but ends up going out of bounds.
Good job. That was a smart play right there of getting what you can, go out of bounds. Don't take a tackle inside to where it's going to run the clock all the way down to 15 seconds.
And Hal has been able to escape the pocket tonight, get a lot of much-needed first downs when his team needs him most. And so, he kind of plays his back to the football or the back to the lineman every time he snaps the ball. He's either looking back to hand it off or doing a fake handoff. And, when you got to whip your head around, it's a lot to kind of analyze all at once. Quarterback takes a snap. He's got some room to work, ends up throwing it off back foot. And that ball's going to be picked off by Westwood. Finn Chaney in the right place at the right time. Ball just drops off the defender's hands after he got hit and bounces into Westwood. So another turn of events here, folks. 14-14, 31 seconds left.
We've had the quick strikes. We've had a lot of offense, but gosh, we could easily be 28-21 right now. It's just such a high-scoring, up and down look at the way things going right now. But let's just see how this thing keeps going. Like I said, let's just see what happens here, because last week the running games were going good, and then it just stopped dead in its track for Westwood and continued for MacLeod. Let's see what happens right here.
Yeah, and two costly turnovers for Cedar Ridge tonight. Westwood has turned over the ball, not to the other team on a turnover per se, but on turnover on downs tonight a few times. But not as costly as an interception and a fumble there for Cedar Ridge, especially driving down the field like they were. And the ball was essentially in the receiver's hands. It just popped up after the tackle, and just right place, right time. Westwood gets the turnover.
Okay, let's see if they're content to just take a knee and go to the half, or if they want to air it out.
Yeah, 12 seconds left in this one, folks. For the halftime, Tillman Subak is back at quarterback for Westwood. 39 seconds. They reset the clock. Apologies there, folks. So 39 seconds left, not 12. That's what the ref was talking to
Gotcha.
the booth on.
Okay. Obviously, let's go ahead and try and take a crack at it now.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit more time on the clock. No timeouts for Westwood, so we'll see what they do here. And they're going to hand that one off to Sutton, who gets it for about 5-yard gain here. We'll see what Coach Wood calls. Looks like they're not going to call a play here. Most likely let this one run down, but we will see.
Nope, he's taking his headsets off, and they're going to the half just like it is.
Yep. So,
folks, it's going to be tied. We got another game. We played a half a game in the first half, and it's tied. Haven't figured anything out yet outside of both teams still have a great shot to win their first district ball game.
First game for both of these teams, and not just in district, Coach, but just in general. Battle of the Unbeatens tonight. One of the teams will leave here with a victory. But from what we've seen tonight, both of these are very competitive schools, and this district's just the tough district, year in and year out. And so we'll be seeing the band kind of come through here in a second, but we're going to go do some commercial breaks, and we'll be back. We'll have a little bit of an analysis of what we think, each team needs to kind of do going forward. But this time we're going to take some commercial breaks, and we'll be right back.
Interested in or looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the Stacy Group and realtor Cameron Freeman. Cameron specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. Contact realtor Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group today with a text or call to 512-740-1836 to learn more. In the heart of Austin, there's a name that reigns supreme, Covert Ford. For over 114 years, Covert Ford has been driven by the community, offering unbeatable service and a wide selection of vehicles. From the rugged F-150 to the iconic Expedition, Covert Ford has the perfect ride for every journey life offers. Visit Covert Ford Austin, where community drives us. CovertFord.com, off Research Boulevard. Join the Covert family today. Alpha Paving Industries, LLC, is an award-winning full-service paving and pavement maintenance company. We are headquartered in Round Rock with offices in Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth, servicing cities throughout Texas. In an industry typically known for its lack of professionalism and customer service, Alpha Paving Industries was founded with a vision to provide Texas with a trusted, dependable paving contractor that delivers a strong customer experience, meticulous project management, utmost professionalism, and quality workmanship. In 2013, Alpha Paving Industries, LLC was awarded the City of Austin Small Business of the Year Award for its outstanding service in the City of Austin, and was recognized this year as a top contractor with 4constructionpros.com. These awards are a testament to how we do business with all our customers. If you're looking for Texas's most dependable asphalt paving contractor, contact Alpha today.
Are you looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
Visit Mays Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at maizestreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local.
Are you ready to take your celebrations to the next level? Imagine luxury indoor sleepovers that bring the magic of glamping right into your home, or a posh picnic party that brings elegance and charm to your outdoor space. Whether you're planning a birthday bash or a simple get-together with friends, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events is here to make your dreams come true for any special occasion. Our event planning services will ensure every detail is perfect, leaving you free to enjoy the moment. So let Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events turn your next celebration into a memorable masterpiece.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045. You are listening to the Horn Webcast Network, powered by iHSFAN. If you're interested in advertising on or privately supporting this webcast, please reach out to us on Twitter at iHSFAN. All audio rights of this webcast presentation belong to iHSFAN, and any intent to rebroadcast or retransmit must have express written consent from iHSFAN.
Hey folks, we are back with a little bit of a halftime show update for y'all. So right now we have both of these schools, beautiful bands, working tonight to put on a great performance. They are out in their full uniforms. As Coach mentioned earlier tonight, most likely have a competition either tomorrow or sometime in the coming soon weeks. So getting that repetition in for their big game, which is usually the competition going on a Saturday or Sunday. But
Caleb, this is a shout out to you, my son Caleb. He's a former Hutto Hippo leader of the band. He was the drum major for him his senior year of high school. Had to do that real quick as we're watching.
Of course. You know, the band. Whenever I was playing, and whenever I drive by a school at 6 a.m., which is not really often, but you always hear the band playing. No matter if you're going at 6 a.m. or you're leaving at 6 p.m., they're always working out there, always trying to get better. And it's something that you just have to commit to, which is
no doubt. My other son Jeffrey, he was on drumline when he was in high school at Anderson. He was on drumline, and they worked unbelievable hours as far as practicing, which was really, really pretty cool to see them being so dedicated.
Absolutely. And so we're going to take a pause here, let y'all kind of just watch and tune in a little bit to the artistic work of Westwood, and then afterwards we'll see the Cedar Ridge Band as well put on a performance. They look like they got a lot of unique props that they've built out, so we'll let y'all kind of just monitor, and we'll be back soon.
Alpha Paving Industries, LLC, is an award-winning, full-service paving and pavement maintenance company. We are headquartered in Round Rock with offices in Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth, servicing cities throughout Texas. In an industry typically known for its lack of professionalism and customer service, Alpha Paving Industries was founded with a vision to provide Texas with a trusted, dependable paving contractor that delivers a strong customer experience, meticulous project management, utmost professionalism, and quality workmanship. In 2013, Alpha Paving Industries, LLC was awarded the City of Austin Small Business of the Year Award for its outstanding service in the City of Austin, and was recognized this year as a top contractor with 4constructionpros.com. These awards are a testament to how we do business with all our customers. If you're looking for Texas's most dependable asphalt paving contractor, contact Alpha today. Welcome to the iHSFAN Webcast Network. You are watching Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Covert Ford, Bush's Chicken, Ideal Signs, Alpha Paving, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events, Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group, Mays Street Boutique, and Lodge Card Club. We also want to thank the 5 high school booster clubs for their support. Now let's head to the field. Here is Zach Epstein and Mickey Bouchon.
Hey, folks. Halftime is just about over here. We are looking at the time of 8:40, 87 degrees, about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left before we kick off again. Westwood will be, Cedar Ridge will be receiving the ball. Westwood will be kicking it off. Coach, we got a few scores from around the area, around the district. Wanted to kind of share them with everybody here. Out in Gupton Stadium, where the Stony Point Tigers are taking on the Vista Ridge Ranger, a district matchup. We have Stony Point down by 3 to the Vista Ridge Rangers there. And out in Manor, Texas tonight, we have the Hutto Hippos taking on the Manor Mustangs. Manor is up 22-15 at the half there, folks. And then down the street at Kelly Reeves Athletic Center, we have the Round Rock Dragons taking on the McNeil Mavericks. Round Rock is up 28-14 there, Coach. So a few things from around the area. Looks like Round Rock is handling business against McNeil, and obviously a couple tight games here in the district play. Vandergrift has the week off this week. Manor had it last week. But, Coach, any surprises in those scores tonight that we just read off for
the
district?
Most surprising score I saw was the fact that Hutto only had that many points. The last few weeks they've been outscoring or at least putting up big numbers, and they're really prolific offensively. Manor either has done something well tonight, or they are just really, really good defensively.
Yeah, scoring 63 points in 2 of their last 3 games is Hutto. They did play Converse Judson the week 2 and lost 31-29. So that is a team that will be putting up some points. And next week we have a battle of the Burnt Oranges as the Hutto Hippos will take on the Westwood Warriors in a game that will be very good. But it looks like Hutto will actually take a week off. That game will be on the 4th of October, so we'll be seeing that in about 2 weeks. But some other scores from around the area. Austin is taking on Temple. They are losing 7-16. We have Bowie taking on Converse Judson tonight, up 21-7 there. A few other schools. LBJ is down 20-6 against Parish Episcopal. And then down south in Dripping Springs, Buda area, we have Buda Johnson trailing Dripping Springs by 1 point, 20-21 there. And Weiss is up on Liam 35-0 down there as well. Seeing if we have a few other games here.
Coach Abels has them going at Bowie this year, Zach. They're winning, and they're doing some big things over with the Bowie Bulldogs.
And former Bowie Bulldog Elijah Higgins caught a touchdown pass from Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals last week. So always love to see, the Austin area guys do really well. And last night, too, Garrett Wilson from Lake Travis caught a touchdown pass from Aaron Rodgers. So definitely a lot of talent in the Austin area. Another score I wanted to shout out to everybody tonight is the Westlake Chaparrals are up against Cibolo Steel, which is two historic programs. Westlake put up 17 points in the second quarter. They were down 3-10 in the first quarter. And that score is 20-10. Westlake is up there. So Westlake looking to bounce back. They had a tough game last week and ended up losing. But that's all to be said.
Casita is one of the best teams in the state year in, year out, Zach. So Westlake, they may have lost the game, but I don't think they're losing their confidence about what they expect to do this year.
No, they're always up top, predicted to be the best team in the Austin area this year, and as always, very, very stout program down there in Eanes ISD, just around the corner from a few Austin area schools. But, Coach, we want to talk a little bit about last half. Saw a lot of good spark plays from both of these teams, but going forward, what does each team need to do to win?
They need to run the ball. Run the ball. That's how they've had the most success as far as controlling the ball. But there have been big plays, but I think that the big plays for Cedar Ridge are going to come off their run play action pass game.
And back to receive the kick is Josiah Ray, as well as Christian Hall, the man who took in a touchdown to start the game. Ball's kicked pretty deep, and Josiah Ray has to back up to his own 5-yard line, is able to take it out, and breaks one tackle, but gets tripped up on the play from Westwood's own Cannon Olafson, a sophomore wide receiver there, making the play on special teams. So good field position. Cedar Ridge coming out not too far behind their own yards at the 20-yard line. Could be better, but we will see their offense, who has only really been stopped by themselves. 2 turnovers last half made the difference for this team, only scoring 14 points.
Well, a few guys took this game by the horns in the first half, one of them being number 22 himself. And they're swallowing him up in the backfield right there. But he had quite the first half.
And Josh Hansen in on the tackle. But, that is a great call out there, Coach. He's been doing a really good job. That is Noah Devonish. He's been able to take the Rawk. He doesn't go down easy, even though he's got one of those smaller frames, delivering some punishment to this defense, not making them want to tackle him. But we'll see Cedar Ridge come under center again here. 2 wide receivers split out top. Motion here. Fake pitch, and they've run the counter play there. And Devonish just so quick off the jump, able to do a jump cut and swims into the middle of the field there. And that will be a 3rd down and about 2 to go. So short yardage situation here for the Raiders. And if you're Westwood, you got to be thinking, get off the field here, get the offense on right away, start off this second half well.
That being said, if you're Cedar Ridge, you're thinking, we got 2 downs. Even though we're on our own 30-yard line, we got 2 downs to get this. We can get 2 yards in 2 plays.
And Westwood showing man coverage there, ends up with a run play up the middle where Cedar Ridge will gain the yardage needed for a first down, so that will be a first down from the 31-yard line. Cedar Ridge gets it going.
Just needed 1 play to get a first down right there. Ran right at him, and Devonish is, again, getting this thing rolling. Don't let him break it and get outside, because we've seen what can happen when either of the 2 backs get out.
Yeah, been able to make some plays there, and ball gets completed out wide for Cedar Ridge. That goes to Jake McGill, and tackle made by a few Westwood players there. In on the action was Caius Coy as well as Abe Whitley. A couple names we've called a few times tonight, folks. Will be 2nd down and about 6 or 7 to go here for Cedar Ridge. We mentioned please like and subscribe to our podcast tonight stream. We'll bring in you action all year round for the Round Rock ISD schools. Next week we'll be announcing another game as well. But tonight we have the Cedar Ridge Raiders versus Westwood Warriors. Trips left for the Raiders. They drop back to pass. And, wow, what a snag there. Nope, they're going to call him out of bounds here. But Brooks climbs the ladder, ends up making a big play. Quarterback put it out there for him, but just out of bounds with his feet there.
What an athletic catch. Looks like he could have been one of those McNeil guys last week. You know, they had 3 or 4 guys making plays like that.
Absolutely, yeah. We saw that one interception down around the 10-yard line where the DB climbed the ladder and just went up and got it. So Brooks showing his ability here. He scored that other throwing touchdown last time for the Raiders. Motion here, 3rd down, play action, rollout smash to the right. Has Brooks again. Brooks makes the snag and gets hit hard. And that will be enough for a 1st down for the Raiders. Tackle made by Jack Kelly after Brooks was stumbling around after he made the catch.
That was the 1st down they needed to get things rolling for him.
And 2 first downs now. You know, just creeping the ball up, getting 10 yards, 11 yards each 1st down action will be 1st down from the 41-yard line. Started this drive on their own 20.
Looks like tight end trips to the left, putting a slot in motion.
And there's that fake pitching it. Oh, and Devenish just is too quick with his feet bouncing in and out of tacklers. They just can't get a hand on him with the one man. They have to gang tackle him in order to get him down. But he goes out of bounds for about a 9-yard gain there.
I just like his style. He keeps it going. He's physical. He's probably a lot bigger than he looks from up here, Zach. But he mixes it up with the best of them down there.
Quick and just so his feet just seem to not come off the ground. Just every step he takes is moving super fast in a different direction. Gotta love that if you're Cedar Ridge, the dynamicism from Devenish. And he gets the ball once again. He's just pounding away against Westwood, who ends up taking him back down. And that's a big tackle from Westwood's own interior. That is Jacob Brown.
They're going to get 15 for taunting right there.
Jacob Brown makes the tackle there, but it looks like it will be on Westwood. So Westwood will be continue to back up.
You can't step over kids and taunt them like that, Zach. Great play. I'm not going to take that away from him, but he's just got to know. Keep your composure. If you make a great play, everyone sees it. You don't have to bring attention to yourself.
There's always, a next series, but you cannot give up easy plays like that and easy yardage there. So Cedar Ridge gets gifted a couple yards here, and ball will be on Westwood's own 35-yard line. No sign of stopping this offense yet. And tackle made there by Westwood after about a yard gain here from Josiah Ray, who's been involved quite a bit tonight. Hasn't really had much success running the ball, but is able to pound that one in there for about a yardage gain there. So Westwood will be sitting down for a 2nd down and 10 to go here. 7 minutes and 45 seconds left in this one, folks, for the 3rd quarter.
When are they going to go to that super sophomore out wide?
And
don't need to. Tight end drag right there. It's
tight end drag.
A big play.
And he looks like he might score, but ends up getting tackled down by Abe Whiteley. That receiver on the play was number 88, Grayson Katz, the first time they've gone to him tonight. He's marked down as an old lineman, but I think he was lined up at tight end there for them. And Cedar Ridge continues this drive here, continuing to march and just getting closer and closer every play for them. 1st down and goal from the 4-yard line. Pitch out wide. Tackle made outside. That will be a loss.
Was a great open field tackle right there.
And that's Abe Whiteley once again.
Boy, that was good stuff by Whiteley.
And Josiah Ray, number 3, gets tackled by number 3 on Westwood. A little 3-on-3 action. But it will be 2nd down and about 7 to go here. 6 to goal, 2nd and goal. 6 minutes, 50 seconds left here, folks. It's a beautiful night here. Not a cloud in the sky. About 87 degrees. It's starting to cool off a bit here. Fans are enjoying the night action. A lot of people out from both sides. Fake handoff, rollout smash. Quarterback has a man wide open, and that will be a Raider touchdown. And catching the ball there was Devin Patterson, this sophomore running back who's gotten involved a few times tonight, Coach. Easy touchdown, walk-in touchdown there for Cedar Ridge.
Yeah, that penalty just absolutely killed him. They had him in a bad spot and just flat out gave him a 1st down. Cedar Ridge took advantage of it.
They took advantage of it, went down and scored. Cedar Ridge has been able to move the ball quite a lot tonight. and showing off 14 points unanswered from Cedar Ridge as they take the lead from Westwood.
Yeah, that was a great drive right there. They took advantage of a mistake by a defensive lineman who makes a great play in the backfield to get a stop, and then just an unfortunate penalty for Westwood. They give up the first down, and then a couple big drag play that goes all the way down there, and then bootleg out again, and they're selling out to stop the run. And when they do that, they leave themselves vulnerable to play action pass.
And about a 20-yard flip on that sack play or tackle for a loss ends up being a penalty against Westwood, goes 15 yards in the other direction. And, Cedar Ridge able to capitalize off of Westwood's mistakes tonight. Something to be said here, and we saw a first drive touchdown on the last half, and we'll see a first drive touchdown this half as well. We'll see if Westwood can respond here.
They need to answer because there can be a lot of doubt starting to creep in if they can't get it going here pretty quick.
And a short kick here fielded by Westwood will be great starting field position there, but tackle made, and big tackles made there from the Cedar Ridge side. The reception was made by Ryan Edson, the sophomore wide receiver from Westwood. And Westwood will start great field position here, right around their 36-yard line.
It's a very popular thing to do. Let's go ahead and give a pretty good field position, but we're not going to kick it deep to their guys who can take it to the house on us.
Yeah, don't want to be hurt by a special teams play, so smart decision there. Let your coverage go up and tackle immediately for pretty much no yardage gained on that one, Coach. Trips right, and we'll see bottom of your screen here, tight coverage. Sutton following his blockers, doing a great job staying patient there. Ends up getting about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, once again, he does a great job of just hugging his O-line and running his feet. And once again, getting 2-3 yards when it doesn't look like much at all is getting ready to happen.
Just does a great job of staying patient and following his blockers on the play, something that is very tough to coach, especially when you see open lanes down the field. You definitely want to hit them. You're taught hit the hole hard, but also you need to follow your blockers. So he does a great job towing both of those lines. Motion here. Subak drops back to pass, has a man wide open. Guess who it is? That is Norrell again for the play. Just a post over the middle, ends up being wide open. An easy throw and catch there for Westwood. Getting him involved again, Coach. He's got to have close to at least 200 all-purpose yards tonight, Coach.
You wouldn't have thought they'd go to him again, would you? Huh?
It's surprising.
Yeah, surprising. Why would you not? They seem to have a hard time covering him. He's really good with the ball in his hand after he catches it.
Handoff up the middle. Good read play there. Will be down for about a 8-yard gain. So Westwood moving the ball just like Cedar Ridge. Both of these defenses needing to come up with a stop here, but Westwood's going quick. Tight formation. Twins right to the top of your screen here. Another handoff. Follows his blockers. Sutton gets tackled in the backfield, and that's a name that we've called quite a bit tonight for Cedar Ridge. Number 33, Powers Wallace. He's a sophomore linebacker. He's been all over the field tonight, and just as a sophomore, stepping up in that role as a linebacker is definitely a big shoes to fill. You got to be big, especially as a linebacker in Texas 6A football. He doesn't have necessarily the biggest frame from up here, but he's playing with a lot of heart, making a lot of tackles, being in the right place at the right time.
Well, you don't see number 24 for the Westwood Warriors get tackled going backwards very often, and that just happened. So
it brings up a third down and about 4 here, and that will be a false start. Defensive line for Cedar Ridge has been moving all night tonight, and you see it just causes a little bit of panic here for the Westwood offensive line. Will be a 10-yard penalty, or a 5-yard penalty, for Westwood to be set up with a 3rd down and 8. So penalties making them move backwards.
Well, Coach Woods just thinking, we're okay. Just get it to number 4.
4 steps into the game here. He looks like he'll be stepping back at the quarterback position. We've seen them run this consistently over and over again. And they finally give nope, they didn't give it, but Norrell takes it up the middle, Coach, I'm waiting for them to give that jet sweep, but
it's going to happen, Zach.
It looks like the defense is playing it pretty well there.
But they
coming
didn't
up
have
field.
the jumbo guys in there, so it didn't make them think it was going to definitely be that play.
And so that brings up a 4th down here. Offense is staying on the field here for Westwood. And Tillman Subak, the quarterback, is going to be relied on here. Most likely see a pass play, but we could see a run. So a lot of things you can do here, shorter yardage, but needing at least 5 yards to get the first down. And we've seen a lot of pressure come on these downs here. Let's see if they bring any more. No pressure, but ball will fall harmlessly to the turf as the quarterback throws it off this back foot. And this defense gets a well-deserved break as they come off the field. Coach, I just saw one of the hardest hit on the sideline by their own players, getting too excited, put them on the dirt. But Westwood defense is going to have to answer the bell now.
Yeah, this is kind of what happened last week. They're playing so well. They got some things going, but once the other team got things going on offense, it just chewed them up. They need to get a stop right now.
And it hasn't looked easy stopping this offense as they've been just cruising along. And Devonish gets the ball. He just is just able to make guys miss so easily on the field.
Yeah, he's getting better and better as the game goes on.
And as this Westwood defense is out on the field for a longer period of time, those runs are going to start wearing them down. But Devonish has just really impressed me tonight with his ability to make guys miss. I mean, he's moving at another level of speed that Westwood isn't used to seeing. And good luck tackling him one-on-one.
No doubt.
So another
bootleg
roll out
the other way.
And he's got Brooks wide open again. And they love that right on the sideline. Brooks is able to get that first down. So Brooks, Devonish have been the combo for the Raiders tonight, and they have brought them down the field again, Coach. So into enemy territory, Westwood is now playing with their heels on their back as they're trying to just stop the onslaught from the Raiders. But every play is getting positive yardage.
It's starting to be chunk yards too, Zach. It's not the 3 or 4 yard variety. Like right there, we got race to the end zone.
And there's Devonish. He's able to take that one in for a score. Coach, we said it all night. It's going to pop open at some point, and right then it does. Cedar Ridge is able to take a 27-14 lead here with about 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in this third quarter. Coach, they are putting it on Westwood. They are making them feel those mistakes that their offense has made tonight.
No doubt. They definitely got to get this thing started and get a little offense going again. It's going to be 28-14. They're down 2 scores towards the end of the third quarter. They've got to get things going right here. Not that they can't do it, but they need to do it. They can't be throwing the ball into the dirt when it's a 4th down play and they have a receiver open. They can't be jumping off sides, making themselves play behind the chains offensively. That's just tough to do. It really is. I don't care who you are, even if you chunk it around all the time and you getting 8 yards is like a wing or slot T team getting 4 or 5 yards. Does not matter. You're just mentally always having to fight uphill. That's a tough thing.
Very tough. And, we're seeing Westwood really just try to claw their way back in here. They've been able to move the ball, but just gets kind of stuck on, last drive it was a false start, which, they were 3rd and 3, ended up being a 3rd and 8. Tough to kind of get those yardage back and then go for it on 4th down. They've been aggressive tonight, and, it's bailed them out in the first time they tried it. But for the last 3 drives, they've not been able to get much going. And fair catch here, again, for Westwood will set them up right at the 31-yard line. And, Coach, looking in at some other games going on in the district, it looks like it's still halftime around in Manor and Hutto. The Dragons have scored once again here against McNeil, 34-14 there. Round Rock is up and still sitting at halftime for the Vista Ridge versus Stony Point game as well. So we're seeing a lot of good matchups tonight in the Austin area, especially some district games. But, Coach, Westwood really needs to put something together here if they want to.
Vanderbilt, sorry, Zach, do you think the Vanderbilt kids are watching that Round Rock game with much interest?
I bet they are. Two of the best teams in the district for sure. Vandergrift and Round Rock going at it at some point this week. Vandergrift has the week off, and looks like we might have an injury here. Nope, pops up here for Cedar Ridge. A good tackle on the play there from number 11 on Cedar Ridge. That is Jaquil Williams, the senior linebacker, making the play there. And it looks like Westwood is going to be backed up a bit here. Second down and about 14 after the loss of yardage. So playing behind the sticks. 1 minute 50 left in this third quarter. Snap here. Waits, drops back to pass. Has it over the middle, and that ball is going to fall to the turf there. And on the coverage for Cedar Ridge, number 23, that is Devin Crank, making that a bit tougher than it should have been. But third down and 14, Coach, not the position you want to be. And Tillman Subak comes onto the field for Cooper Waits at quarterback position. So Coach Wood putting in a new guy, hopefully get some yardage here.
Yeah, they need some kind of spark to get this offense going. They need to get something going. One, to give their defense a breather. Two, they need to score.
Definitely need to score here. So Westwood with twins right to the top of your screen. Subak drops back. He's got some room, but he ends up getting dragged down on the play. There will be a flag in the backfield, but tackle was made there on the play by David Krause, the linebacker. Looks like it will be declined by Cedar Ridge, holding more than likely in the backfield from Westwood. Will have to be forced to punt this one away.
Okay, well, Double Deuce is going to get another chance in the backfield here pretty soon, and they better have figured out what happened because he has absolutely taken this game over.
Taking the game over and just getting better. Like you said, Coach, as time has gone out in this game, defense may be getting a little bit more tired. Devonish looks like he's got fresh legs out there. And punt is coming. Punted away for Westwood there. And great tackle there. Might be a flag, might be a face mask, but Abe Whiteley able to make the play there and force. Yeah, it's going to be a face mask, seeing the call from up here. So an additional couple yards here for Cedar Ridge was going to put them in better field position, and the offense has looked great here. 21 unanswered points since Westwood took the lead 14-7 earlier in this ballgame.
Yeah, let's see what happens this drive because they're going to be in a lot of trouble if they can't get a stop right here to start the fourth quarter. I know it's the end of the third quarter, but I'm guessing this drive or whatever is going to go into the fourth quarter, and they're going to be thinking they need to come down, make up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. That's one thing, but to have to make up a 21-point difference in the fourth quarter is really, really a tall order to ask these boys.
Absolutely, and haven't put the ball in the end zone since the first quarter for Westwood. So this might be 2 scoreless quarters for them, but Cedar Ridge working and in office right now, working on the offensive side. Ball goes right out after the handoff to right around the 45-yard line. Ball carrier was Josiah Ray, who's been involved quite a bit tonight. Hasn't been able to pop one out like Devonish, but still reliable on the ground to take it up the field. Second down and 5 here for Cedar Ridge. About 35 seconds left in this third quarter. 9:07 is your time. 86 degrees here, folks. Motion here. And then roll out smash. They are chasing him down. But Brooks is on the field, and Brooks is highly targeted every single time down there. But the ball gets broken up in on the action. Breaking up that one, number 21, Josh Hansen. So it brings up a third down and 5 here for Cedar Ridge.
They sure like that drag route coming across when they bootleg. It's very traditional bootleg routes they're running, and they seem to lose them on the backside.
Just that speed from Brooks is able to kind of just take away from the zone. And it's a bit tough to cover the bootleg out every single time. But Westwood knows it's coming at this point. Motion here. Pitch out wide to Devenish. Devenish has some room to work, and he gets bottled up, but not after a gain of 3 yards. So we'll bring down a 4th down here, and decision time for the Raiders. With the upper hand here, you might think they're more keen to go for it, and that offense will stay on the field.
Well, we're going to take this to the 4th quarter, Zach.
Yep, taking it to the 4th quarter. We'll be right back. We're going to run through some ads, and, yeah, we'll be right back.
Longtime McNeil parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921-4490 or at briankerman@remax.net. Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs, with stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto. Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard. Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good.
4th quarter here, folks, here in Round Rock Dragon Stadium, Round Rock, Texas. Westwood has the defense out on the field here. Cedar Ridge is bringing the offense out, and it looks like it will be 4th down to go for the Raiders. Devenish gets fake handoff, and that will be a 4th down stop for Westwood. Much, much needed, Coach. Cam Green on the play makes a tackle, and Westwood gets their defense off the field for the first time in this half.
Man, Zach, they really needed that right there. A little frustration on the sideline with some of the kids for Cedar Ridge. There doesn't need to be. They've got a rest of the quarter to play. They just didn't take advantage. I think they were thinking, hey, if we get a first down right here, go down there and score, we can end it right now.
Put it out of reach.
And, yeah, put it out of reach, and they just didn't do it. Great defensive stop right there for Westwood. Time for their offense to get something going.
And did not score in the 2 quarters in between. But now in the 4th quarter, looking to tie this game up, looking to just get some scores back, trailing here by 14 points. Tillman Subak takes the ball, and he'll be the quarterback here as Waits is on the sideline. Handoff to Sutton. Leaning on him. Sutton's got some room to work. He's down the sideline. He's got some speed, folks. He's going to go right out around the 22-yard line. And, Coach, that is exactly what they needed to get back to their roots. Sutton is able to take that down and get the first down and more. Does a great job just following his blocks. Sets up the outside block. Great block by the receiver as well to give him some more room to work.
No doubt. That was a great stalk block out there.
Subak hands it off again to Sutton, who goes up the middle, carrying a few defenders, will get 5 yards on the play. So gets wrapped up there by Cedar Ridge. A couple guys in on the action. One of them, David Krause, a name we've called a few times tonight as well.
You know, Zach, where's that run game go? It is so sporadic. The last game we had with them, they look so good at times running the ball. They've done that again tonight. It's just not there all the time.
And there we go. Tillman Subak throws it out wide to his receiver, who's able to make a bit of a play there. Will be enough for a first down. We'll see where they mark it, folks, but it seems to be enough for a first down. Will be ball to gain. Yep, first down. They're signaling it. Ball is at the 13-yard line here for Westwood, and they get a first down there. Made the reception by number 2, Weston France, the sophomore wide receiver. So he's getting some reps in there, and I know, Coach, who they're gonna want to go to the ball here, and that's Norrell, number 4, split out in the slot.
I wouldn't be surprised at all right there. You're not going out on a limb on that one.
and roll out smash. And they're going to keep this one. Tillman's got a lane for the end zone. He's going to walk in, and Westwood scores quickly, Coach. They scored in under a minute, able to walk into the end zone, and now putting a bit of pressure back onto Cedar Ridge with a 20-28 score here for the Warriors.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what they needed. It was a great job right there by the Warriors to get right back in the middle of this thing. They need to kick this thing through, get a good stop on the next series, and say, okay, here we go. We got us a game.
Snap here, and that's going to be drilled right through the uprights there for the Warriors. So makes it a one-score game here, Coach. Plenty of time on the clock. 10 minutes and 29 seconds here in the rest of this ball game. Cedar Ridge looking to probably go down the field and score. They need points here if they want to put it, put the pressure on. But Westwood, if they can get off the field here, go down and score, this is a ball game, folks.
I'm telling you, it's a one-score game. Their offense just went down there and scored in a hurry. Their defense got the stop, the big fourth down stop, so there's a little bit of momentum there.
And so Cedar Ridge, virtually unstoppable in the third quarter, did not have Westwood really negate any plays or any yardage. But then this first drive in the fourth quarter gets stopped on the fourth down. We'll see if Westwood's defense steps up to the bell. One downside of scoring that quickly for Westwood is their defense has to come back on the field once again. But
they'll get over it.
They'll get over it, exactly. They'd rather take the points quickly than no points at all.
Okay, they going to pooch it again, or what are you thinking?
We'll see if they keep it out of the hands of those two dangerous defenders. Nope, they're gonna kick it away.
Right,
that's gonna
between.
Go out of bounds here. Flag on the play, so they will either re-kick or just add on a few yards to where it went out at. Cedar Ridge offense has looked great tonight. Last drive had a few incompletions, which really halted things for them. But other than that, been able to get the ball to their playmakers, Brooks, Devonish, and really been able to do a lot with it so far for those couple guys.
Okay, we got us a horse race now, buddy.
Yeah,
10:29 left in the fourth, and it's 21-28. Got to get a stop right here, wouldn't you say, Zach?
Absolutely. And pistol formation, ace formation on this receiver side. Devonish gets the ball. He's got plenty of room, and he's just so quick to stop. You just hope to contain him, and tackle was made by the Warriors, but not after a first down. And that clock will stop, but it keeps going once the change gets set right at 10 minutes and 20 seconds here. Cedar Ridge may slow things down, but they're going quick to the line here, folks, trying to get the ball off quickly, keeping their offensive tempo at the same rate. And that's going to be a screen out wide. Ball gets dropped, but ends up picking it up and makes a few yards. Almost a negative play ends up turning positive for the Raiders there.
That was almost a very negative play right there. That could have been a lot of trouble for the Raiders.
Absolutely. And it ends up being a gain of about 4 yards here. Coach Wood asking ref a little bit of, if that was a forward pass or not. It kind of looked like it was a forward pass, but ends up getting dropped on the ground.
Now we're saying
that it was
ref on the sideline is
saying it was an incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
Yep. And Coach Wood gets one out and convinces the referees to seem like it was a drop pass. That's what it seemed like from up here, Coach. He didn't take enough of a step to really ensure that he had possession on that one, at least from up in the booth.
Well, we've got him down there trying to figure it out, and okay.
Will be incomplete pass.
Second down.
Yep. And second down and 10 here for the Raiders as they are right at their own 42-yard line.
Ruh-roh.
So
Zach. Coach is giving an earful down here.
Yeah, both these coaches have a lot to say right now. Just a miscommunication there on the play, but I think they got the call right. From at least up here, it looked like he dropped the ball. Which
correct. From up here, it looked that way.
And I'm sure if Westwood had recovered it, Cedar Ridge would be wanting that to be called an incomplete pass rather than what
No
they're
doubt.
saying right now. But we'll be 2nd down and 10 here, playing behind a little bit of the sticks. Pistol formation, 2 wide receivers each side. Now the run. Oh, there's a fumble. That snap was a little bit too hot. He picks it up and just throws it out of bounds. But is that a backwards
That's
pass?
even worse.
I think it was a No, they're going to call it incomplete. They are going to call it incomplete. But Westwood was quick enough to jump on it. And flag on the play will be intentional grounding. So a negative play gets even more negative for Cedar Ridge as disaster strikes on that one, and the snap just a bit too hot to handle.
Let's see what they're going to come up with on this one. Looks like
And it will be
picked up his flag.
I think they. I'm not sure if he was ruled down. Or I'm not. No way he would have been ruled down if they called the penalty. But 3rd down and long here. They're just going to hand this off to Devonish up the middle, who gets a good chunk back and ends up almost getting back to the line of scrimmage. A gain of about 18 yards there, folks. Tackle made, and he's just such a tough runner. But looks like Cedar Ridge is going to be pulling out their punt unit. So another stop for Westwood.
Big time defense right there.
Huge
They
stop.
almost flipped the script of this thing and took care of it right now.
The moon looks crazy right now
blood
here,
moon
folks.
looking thing.
Yeah, it's really orange. It looks great.
Okay,
Cedar.
Zach, again.
Punt unit out here.
Oh.
And penalty here will be a false start. Another backwards play here for Cedar Ridge, and they just cannot get on the same page altogether.
Yeah, they're on the struggle bus right now. They need to gain their composure, punt it away, get a stop. Someone needs to say, all right, that's enough of this. We need to stop and let's win this game.
And
you it's just not happening right now.
Yeah, you almost feel the sense of the momentum shifted back into Westwood's favor as it has. But punts away, a nice punt here will be fair caught right at the 34-yard line. And it looks like Noro's a little upset that he fair caught that as he sees a big running lane down the middle of the field.
Here's the moon Zach was talking about. It is very beautiful out there tonight.
A good mood setter for tonight's game as we have the Westwood Warriors versus the Cedar Ridge Raiders. And tonight, folks, it has been a back-and-forth battle. I've seen a lot of great offense from both of these teams. And now the defense stepping up for Westwood. Let's see if Cedar Ridge defense can get off the field here after giving up a quick score last drive.
They better, because all the momentum has changed, just like you said. You think it did, you can almost feel it in the stands right now.
And Subak, who led that drive on the last drive, steps back in its quarterback, and he hands it off to Sutton. Sutton does his job. He gets about 5 there, about 4-yard gain, and we'll make it a 2nd down and about 6 to go here for the Westwood Warriors. Sutton's had a great game tonight, been able to bust off a few big runs, but has also just been a positive play guy, has not had too many negative plays or just back to the line of scrimmage. Snap here. It's going to be a design QB. No, it's going to be a QB read, but ends up taking it outside for no gain. Tackle made by a few Raiders.
So when are they going back to Norrell?
It's 3rd down and long here, Coach. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see them.
Post action they showed earlier.
And it seems like, Cedar Ridge is playing a zone for the most part, but, leaving the safety off Norrell on the slot has been giving a big open field for them. But it looks like they might be running a bit more man coverage here tonight. Right now, yeah, they're locking up in man, so we'll see what happens, what they call here. Quarterback audibling to his receivers. Snap here. Norrell is out there again, just lost the ball, nowhere intended for it. They wanted him again. They saw that man coverage and know that he's the man beater. But Cedar Ridge defense is able to get off the field. And it will be the punting unit for Westwood. So both of these teams having some quick drives. A lot of time left, Coach. 7 minutes
way
and
too much
16
time to
seconds.
think this is there's anything complete about this thing yet. There's way too much time for that.
So Cedar Ridge gets their offense back onto the field, and Westwood's going to have to punt this one away. Plenty of time. A great punt. That's going to be a good one. Cedar Ridge returner almost had to turn backwards and catch the one, but a great return great catch on the punt there. But flips the field. We'll be starting.
What a punt,
yeah,
Zach.
Yeah.
That's number 2, isn't it? For him to really change field position.
Oh yeah, and the last time they didn't catch it, it just kept rolling Westwood's way. So he does a great job there. The ball is going to be spotted at the 26-yard line. So a great punt, and now Cedar Ridge has been stopped on their last 2 drives. Let's see, mostly by themselves, Coach. Had a few negative plays, but that fumbled snap on the last drive really killed it. Handoff up the middle to Devonish. Devonish almost broke it out there, Coach, but gets dragged down by Caius Coy, who's been all over the place tonight.
He has been. That's something he should feel pretty good about. He's been all over the place. He's relentless in his pursuit. He's not afraid to stick his nose in there and stop the run as well as go hard and rush the passer.
Absolutely. He's been able to do a really good job, and sense of slower pace here for Cedar Ridge as they are taking a bit longer to get their plays in, maybe wanting to waste a little bit more of that clock. Under center here. Handoff again to Devonish. Finds a hole, but ends up getting blasted there by a guy who got off the block. So great tackle there from Westwood's own Abe Whiteley. Or apologies, not Abe Whiteley. Josh Hansen able to make the tackle and brings up a 3rd down and 3, Coach. Short yardage here, so you may be thinking 4 downs, but honestly, the way Westwood's offense has been looking, it might be a situation where you just punt this one away if you don't get it here. But we'll see if they get it closer. I would assume they're going to Devonish once more up the middle. Handoff up the middle of Devonish, and he gets stuffed. Oh, he actually breaks it out, but still gets in the backfield. So that will be a loss, but originally marked down.
Wow, that was good defense.
Yeah, I don't know how Devonish popped out of that one, to be honest, but he ends up popping it out, and it will be a loss of about 2 yards, so it will be 4th down and 5, and a quick series, Coach. A lot of quick series back and forth to start this 4th quarter. Westwood will be getting the ball back for their 3rd drive of the 4th quarter.
You would think the defenses are tired, but it's looking like the offenses are tired. They can't get anything going. They're kind of in quicksand right now.
You just had a feeling they were trying to go to Devonish once more. Oh, that is a tall snap, and the punter catches it over his head, ends up punting it out. This is going to be a short one, folks, but what takes a very friendly Cedar Ridge bounce. Wow, that was an anxiety snap there, Coach. Goes over the punter's head, but he's able to catch it and then deliver a good punt. Flips the field a bit.
Well, it's a good thing. Let me just say it's a good thing right there that they weren't going block 10 trying to block the punt. Because this whole thing would have been a double thump, and they would have blocked it.
Yeah, Westwood having a coverage there so that they could get some blockers down the field rather than go out for the block.
And I completely understand that because when you can put number 4 back there to receive a punt, and you have a handful of the guys aren't used to being out there trying to tackle him, makes sense to me. But first and 10 on their own 35, 36 to start things.
And Subak throws it out to Norrell. Ends up being a little bit too much outside for him, closer to the sideline, and that will bounce harmlessly to the floor. It will be 2nd down and 10 here for Westwood. You have plenty of time, 4 minutes and 45 seconds here, but if something's going to happen for Westwood, it's got to be on this drive. Can't rely on your defense anymore. This has to be up to the offense to get it in.
Yeah, there's 4:45 to go. There's plenty of time. There's even plenty of time for another drive. They have 3 timeouts, but how many times are we going to be able to expect them to get a 3 and out?
Exactly. Snap here. Subak drops back. Screens for Norrell. Has some blockers. Able to make some plays. And he's going to get that ball over the 50-yard line. They call him down. right around the 48-yard line of Cedar Ridge. And that is a spark play, if anything, Coach. Get your best player the ball, and he's been able to do a lot with it tonight, but finally finds him on a screen. And Westwood's going to go quick here. Trips out wide. Snap here. Handoff to Sutton. Sutton's got some moves. He almost broke through that one, but a great tackle out there for Cedar Ridge on the play. That was David Krause, a number we've called quite a bit tonight. The middle linebacker is able to make a big play there. But first down and 10 here for Westwood. They're moving.
They're leaning on him up front, getting movement, and he's doing a good job of running the ball inside.
Yeah, Sutton, again, met by David Krause for a minimal yardage gain, but he's just so calm and patient back there as a runner. Very, very good vision. So 3 minutes and 55 seconds here, folks. Westwood is driving the ball here. Second down and about 8. They've been leaning on Sutton as well as Norrell all night tonight. And let's see what Subak is able to do here. Handoff up the middle to Sutton. And Sutton falls forward. Looked like he was going to get tackled in the backfield, but falls forward for about a gain of 3. Will be a third down and about 5 to go here, folks. Big, big plays here on these next two plays.
2 downs to get it.
And Brooks down on Cedar Ridge side trying to get the fans involved, get them on their feet. This is a big third down. Subak takes a snap, has pressure in his face, and takes a big sack on the play. In on the action and getting the credit for the sack is Jonah Collis. The defensive lineman is able to make a play, and now it is 4th and long. Looks like they were trying to set up the screen there, Coach.
Zach, they had Norrell beat. He beat the slot defender. They had him one-on-one, just like you said. They had the man beater. He was a step and a half behind him. Just didn't have time to get it to him.
And this might be the game here, folks, if Westwood is unable to get the first down here. 4th down and about 15. Subak drops back, has a man open down the field. It's a catch and a touchdown! Are you serious?
Holy smokes.
Westwood,
Got him.
Weston France, the sophomore wide receiver, catches a great ball by Tillman Subak, and that will put the Westwood Warriors on the board. 4th down and 15, Coach, and they come away with 6.
And they didn't even have to go to one of their 2 go-to guys. Comes up with somebody else right there. How clutch was that? That was a great ball right there. Just
Subak,
a strike.
Yeah, Subak stepped up in the pocket, looked like he was about to take it and run, but ends up just chucking it down the field and finds Franz open in the end zone. And now,
let me show you where we are, folks. We're at, let's see, 28 all. 2:10 to go. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Here we go. Let's see how this thing shakes out. See if we get any free extra time tonight.
That might be the case in Westwood's color guard running out with a flag. One thing from our title sponsor here, AutoNation Chevrolet proudly supports the Round Rock ISD football programs. Looking for a big win? Shop their unbeatable selection of new Silverados, Colorados, Equinoxes, Trax, and more. Plus, score cash for your car by selling it to a team at AutoNation Chevrolet. Get your quick online appraisal now at AutoNation Chevrolet, WestAustin.com. Then get paid the same day. It's that easy. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet at 183 in Duval today. Together, let's drive. And what a drive by Westwood right there. 4th down and about 15 to go. Looked like all hope was lost. Tillman Subak steps up in the pocket, makes a play, hits Franz down for a touchdown. And Cedar Ridge will take the ball out. And that is a big man who takes about a couple receivers or a couple defenders up the field. That is Christian Hall, who had a touchdown earlier in the game. We'll see if they get him more involved in the run game.
Well, here we go. This thing might come down to the last 2 minutes.
Yep. Folks, 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in this game. We'll see if we send it to overtime. But Westwood,
they don't need to be in a rush, Zach.
No,
they
got
really
3
don't.
timeouts.
They can run their offense. They've got 3 timeouts. Now they need to play with some urgency, but it doesn't need to be quote unquote emergency 2-minute drill.
So after Cedar Ridge takes a 28-14 lead, scoring 21 unanswered, Westwood scores 14 unanswered, and here we go. Devonish able to just bring the boom out there, ends up getting a first down here. And they stole the ball from him. They stole the ball from him at the last second.
They sure did.
And Westwood is going to get the ball back here, folks, with a minute 50. What is going on, Coach? That was a crazy play by Westwood, not giving up on the play. Devonish kind of fielded up towards the end of it, thought he was out of bounds, but Westwood strips the ball, and defense has to go back out for the Cedar Ridge Raiders.
Well, Zach, I think what happened was you brought up the orange moon over there and said how beautiful it was. Maybe it was a little bit of stuff to get these guys in the orange going. I thought you were making reference to your horns, but I tell you, ever since you mentioned that, these guys have been absolutely on fire.
Just completely taking the air out of this stadium on the side of the field. Cedar Ridge, who has been leaning on their prime guys all night tonight, has 3 turnovers. Westwood has yet to turn a turnover into a score, but let's see if they do that. Crowd's getting into it. A minute 54 left here, folks. We're going to have our first timeout, seems like. Waiting on the call here. Timeout, Westwood. So we're going to take a brief break, but we'll be right back.
Interested in or looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the Stacy Group and realtor Cameron Freeman. Cameron specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. Contact realtor Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group today with a text or call to 512-740-1836 to learn more.
And folks, we are in a fantastic football game here on Friday night in Round Rock, Texas, Round Rock Dragon Stadium, the first stadium built for Round Rock ISD. Of course, we have Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex over there off Palmer Lane, but this is the original, and a lot of great games have been played here. Coach, you even played here when you were younger.
I did back in 1982. Zach, we won 3-0 on a 53-yard field goal by Walter Rule. But let's get into these guys.
Yep, Sutton has the ball. It's just moving down the field. He just looks like he's just got the extra juice right now and is wearing down the defense. Sutton gets the first down, and the Warriors are feeling excited as they have the ball spotted at Cedar Ridge's 31-yard line. A minute 47 seconds left. Clock is going to tick down here, folks. Again, Cedar Ridge has 3 timeouts. Westwood just took 1, so they have 2 left. But Westwood's still going quick here, trying to catch Cedar Ridge off guard. Subak takes the snap. It is a low snap. Sutton cuts it up. Great tackle there from the Cedar Ridge side of the field. And in on the action there was Jalen Hamilton. And we'll see another timeout here. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
In the heart of Austin, there's a name that reigns supreme, Covert Ford. For over 114 years, Covert Ford has been driven by the community, offering unbeatable service and a wide selection of vehicles. From the rugged F-150 to the iconic Expedition, Covert Ford has the perfect ride for every journey life offers. Visit Covert Ford Austin, where community drives us. CovertFord.com off Research Boulevard. Join the Covert family today.
Are you looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned.
Hey, folks, it's prime game time right here. We're in crunch time. Tillman Subak takes the ball out wide. He scored on a play just like that. We'll get the ball out to about the it's going to be the 24-yard line. Line to gain here is the 22, so we'll be a couple yards short. Third down. And another timeout here by Cedar Ridge. They're going to try to take as many timeouts as possible.
Well, Zach, we know they have a wonderful punter. Do they have a kicker? Do they have a guy who can punch it through and win this thing for them?
That is to be seen, Coach. We've seen them be really aggressive all night tonight. So if that's anything to kind of think about, then maybe not. But checking on some other scores around the area, some district play. Vista Ridge is trailing Stony Point, who has taken the lead 35-25 there, and Round Rock Dragons are up against McNeil Mavericks 42-14 over at Kelly Reeves. So seeing that there, and then Manor is still up 29-15 against Hutto Hippos, who have not been able to score at the clip that they're kind of used to, scoring 63 points in 2 of their last 3 games. But actually, that score is updated now. It's 22-35. Manor is still up there. But we're back in this one, folks. This is a great game. 1 minute and 11 seconds left in this one. Westwood is right. They're facing a third down. The line to gain is the 22. Ball is at the 24-yard line. So we'll see what Coach Anthony Wood calls up. But Norrell is back there at quarterback for the Wildcat. He's going to send a man in motion, and we'll see what he does. Fakes the handoff. Not much going, but he drives through, and he's going to be stopped at the line of game. But we do have a flag on the field. This one might be coming back as a holding, folks. So we'll see if Cedar Ridge is going to accept or deny this penalty. They're most likely going to accept it and push him back.
Oh, they've got to push him back just in case they think there's a threat of a field goal.
And so will be.
Or maybe they tempt. Okay, yes, that's.
The big decision there, but it will be a now third down and about 12, 15, or 13 to gain for Westwood. We saw them do, a big chunk play to score a touchdown when there was fourth down, but a lot of fans on their feet here in Dragon Stadium. Tillman Subak, the quarterback for Westwood here. 59 seconds left in this one. Screen pass to Norrell. They saw it coming, and he gets stopped for about a 4-yard gain here. So this will be a decision time. 49 seconds left, and we'll have a timeout here by Cedar Ridge. So, folks, we are into crunch time on this one. A huge decision here. 4th down and 10 here for Coach Anthony Wood. They decided to go screen Norrell right there, which worked previously on a different drive, but not on that play, Coach.
Well, they've used 2 of their go-to plays that they've kind of had in their hip pocket. They're no longer in their hip pocket. They already pulled them out, showed them what they've got, and great job by the defense to recognize it and make that play.
Yeah, you saw the defensive line there immediately know when they had the free shot at the quarterback. They started turning around and wanted to get Norrell. And Norrell made a good play, but just a good shed of a block by the DB there to get off his block and make the tackle there. So Westwood is going to keep their offense on the field. It looks like they're just out of field goal range. This would have been a 48-yard field goal for them to take. But we will see what they come up with here. And, if Cedar Ridge is able to get a stop, they'll get the ball back with about 45 seconds left. However, they have no timeouts left in this one. Everybody standing on their feet here. This is for a big play of the game. Cedar Ridge brings a couple. He's going to take off and run. Tillman Subak is going to get dragged down And that tackle is going to seal it on that one, on that drive. Tackle made by Daniel Arroyo, the senior linebacker. So he comes up big on a big stop here, folks. And it'll be
back-to-back plays for Arroyo right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it will be a first down for Cedar Ridge, 28-28 with about 41 seconds left in this one. So that penalty there for Westwood really kills the drive and ultimately gives Cedar Ridge another shot at this one. They have no timeouts left, Coach, 41 seconds. So we'll see if they just kind of run this one out for overtime or if they try to go down there and score.
Just curious, why wouldn't you give it a shot? You know that they've got 2 timeouts. I understand that, but still got to try and win the thing. And
of course.
You know you can stop them if need be, but they also know that they've got 2 guys that have come out of their backfield that when they broke, there was no catching them.
So Devonish lines up to the side of Howe right now. Snap. Howe rolls out right. He's got plenty of room to work here, folks. And he's going to go out of bounds right at the 41-yard line for Cedar Ridge. And Cedar Ridge has 35 seconds left. Moving down the field, we haven't seen necessarily their field goal kicker, but we'll see what kind of range they need to get into on this one.
Well, they've pooched every time, haven't they?
Yep.
Well, a lot of times that tells you you can't kick it out of the back of the end zone, so not that that's the end of the world, but we'll see. It'd be exciting to see if they do have one.
And Howe drops back. He's going to run this one, tries to get out of pressure, and is going to get out of bounds. He finally gets out of bounds, but not after a gain about 6 yards. And Coach Anthony Woods telling the clock manager to run the clock, but that clock is stopped at the 27 mark. Now it is running. 21 seconds here. Drops back to pass. Howe does. He's going to be met with pressure, but gets the ball out. That's going to be an incomplete pass. So 10 seconds left here, folks. 3rd down and about 5 here for Cedar Ridge in a back-and-forth game all night tonight. About 1 play left in regulation.
Well, it'd be something else if they had a miracle right here, but they're playing 4 deep in the secondary.
Timeout will go to Westwood, so we'll most likely see one more play. But, Coach, this has been an interesting game here tonight. We've seen a lot of good stuff from both schools in terms of the offense and the defense. Really, really liking what we're seeing in the terms of fight for both of these schools as they're trying to fight to be get their first win.
Yeah, how many times do we have to say, dadgum, it looks like they're about to be done. And what do you know? Here they are right square in the middle of it. Now Westwood comes out. They're coming out like gangbusters. Guys in black and purple, they score the next 3 times, and they take a lead, and then it looks like they're gaining all the confidence,
Yep.
and they're on top of the world offensively with their running game. And now a couple mistakes on their part, and now we're right here, 28-28, 10 seconds left in the game. They can chunk it way down there and give it a whirl. We might be going to overtime.
Yeah, this is going to be it. Most likely Westwood is going to just back off and keep everything in front of them. But we'll see if we have a miracle here tonight, folks. About 1 play, maybe 2 plays left in this one, at least in the regulation.
Well, they can throw one over the middle and slide down and then kill it. That's about their only option.
They're just going to hand this one off. Devonish has some room to work, though. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to keep going. He's got some room to work here, folks. And he takes that ball all the way down. It is going to be a first down, but the clock is going to run out. Not sure if they're going to get 1 more second left on the clock, but
Coach is saying 1 second. Too bad you ain't got a replay.
yeah, no timeout here. We'll see what the call is here because ultimately they got to get to the line.
Wait. Why is the other coach saying no? Game,
Yeah.
that time's up. Let's go to overtime. Well, that's just gamesmanship, and both coaches are fighting their tails off for their guys. It's been a wonderful night of football for high school kids in Round Rock at Dragon Stadium, and I'm glad we're a part of it tonight, Zach.
Yeah, this is definitely a good one. I think they're going to end this one on regulation as the offense is going to come back to the sideline.
Yeah.
Really not sure what they're going to do here. They might have one on time down.
Coach Wood, I think, won that argument. And we're about to have a coin flip.
Yep. So, folks, yeah, this has been a really interesting game here tonight. We're really enjoying it. Seeing a lot of great effort from both of these highly tout schools, both fighting, clawing all night tonight. It's been a great night for football. But Coach, you've been a coach for so long. What do these overtime rules look like? It's different at every level. But would love to hear it from someone who's been involved with it for the last couple decades or so of playing around.
Well, so who's hot right now? Who's got the momentum?
It seems like, honestly, it's hard to tell. Westwood had the momentum, but on that last drive, Cedar Ridge was able to move it. They got off the field on the fourth down, so just depends.
They definitely had it towards the end of the game, but then they got this. They let the Westwood defense get a stop, and that kind of, I don't know. It's hard to.
It's hard to tell.
Yes, hard
which
to
way
tell.
Uncle Mo is going right now, but Coach, just in general, this game has been a fantastic one for all the viewers tonight. Just make sure to like and subscribe to our web channel. We're going to bring you guys action from the Round Rock ISD area all year long, all football season. Super happy to bring it to y'all. This is just one of many games, and looking around the district, we can provide an update for everybody there. It seems like still in a good game there. Over at Gupton is the Stony Point Tigers still winning 35-25 against the Vista Ridge Rangers, and then over at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex we have the Round Rock Dragons taking on the McNeil Mavericks, and I'm just trying to get a final update there. It was 45-14. The Dragons ended up winning that one.
Well, looks like they're in the driver's seat.
Absolutely, especially of this district. And Manor and Hutto are still in a good fight out there as well. Hutto just scored, so they made it a 29-35 game. Hutto and Manor playing some good football right now. That is definitely one that we want to kind of keep in mind going forward, especially Hutto, having such a highly tout offense. But see what the call is here. Both coaches are out in the middle field for the coin toss. Usually it's players out there, but the coaches are going to be the ones receiving and kicking. Looks like Westwood will be getting the ball first.
Correct.
And Cedar Ridge will be kicking it off. So, Coach, what are the high school rules for the overtime? Is it first score, touchdown, or do both teams get a chance to get the ball?
Both teams get a chance to score. So they'll have it. Let's see. They start. Jeez, can't believe I'm drawing a blank right here. I thought they started on the 25, but I'm probably wrong.
Start on the 25, looking inwards. So basically a red zone type of defense for Cedar Ridge and a red zone type of offense for Westwood. Ball will be placed at the 25. You're correct, Coach. And that is where Westwood will stick off with their offense, who's been hot in the fourth quarter tonight.
Westwood put it on the left hash, so they've obviously got something up their sleeve right here.
And scoring 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, going silent over the next 2 quarters, and then scoring 2 touchdowns in the final quarter to tie this one up.
Which they desperately needed.
Yep, and Westwood has been able to do it. So we'll see here, folks. Overtime here at Dragon Stadium. Rollout smash here for Tillman Subak. He's able to get about a yard, maybe 2 there on that one. So being so close to the goal line, it's got to be like a good feeling for, Westwood not having to travel the whole way. Both of these teams are going to get the ball in the same spot, but it does get a bit harder to score down in the red zone. Routes get a bit tighter, coverage gets a little bit tighter. It becomes a little bit harder to score for an offense being less spread out, but we'll see what Westwood draws up here.
Well, you can't have a 40-yard touchdown. You can't have a 30-yard touchdown. Everything gets
And Norrell gets the ball out, and he's just so elusive. He dodges about 4 tacklers and ends up getting close to the first down. We'll see if they give it to him here, folks.
Wow, that was a great run after catch, that's for sure.
And he's been involved all night tonight. A little bit less in the second half, but in the first half he's been all over the field. It'll be 3rd down and 1. We'll see if they just hand it off to Sutton and let him try to get it here, but this is 4-down territory either way. And direct snap here. Tillman Subak is not going to be able to go back to the line to gain. Tackle made again, and that is number 17 who called her out, Daniel Orejo, who's been in on the tackles and made that sack to force Westwood to turn the ball over at the end of the game.
Has he, I'm sorry to speak over you, Zach, but has he not made 3 of probably the biggest plays of the night for these guys so far?
Absolutely. A very clutch player coming in off that outside linebacker position. And in his 4th down and 1, this could well be what Cedar Ridge needs to win the game. And Westwood is going to get the first down, and they run a direct snap play there for Tillman Subak to go up the middle. He got touched in the backfield but ends up just diving forward for a first down. So Coach Wood going right back to it.
He didn't dance around that time. He kind of pitter-pattered the previous play and didn't really get downhill in a hurry. He just took it and went and said, I'm going to go as hard as I can no matter what to get this first down.
And, sometimes it's not about being elusive. It's just about getting up to speed and running over someone. And it'll be first down and about 11 to go. And they're going to go QB run again and get stuffed up. Again, Abrejo is in on the action. He is feeling it tonight as they keep going his way, and he keeps making tackles. 2nd down and 10 to go. Just a little bit out of goal to go, so they will have a chance to get a first down and get a few more yards if they need. Raiders defense needing to stop here. 2nd down and about 10 here. Rollout smash has Norrell open. Norrell had the balls in his hand, but ends up falling out of the turf. A good throw there by Subak, just wasn't able to catch that there for Norrell.
Now we're about to find out where things happen. It's 3rd and 10. We're down here already. Do they try and set up a field goal? Do they have 2 downs to get it because their field goal kicker can't kick? You just don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen their field goal kicker yet.
Exactly, and
how much confidence do they have in him is what I'm saying.
And Coach, you're absolutely right. We'll see what they do here. If you're Coach Wood, you've been playing this game aggressive all night tonight, so we'll see what he calls here. But it will be 3rd down and about 10 to go. Rollout here. Has a man open. Almost, and that gets picked off, but I think he's out of bounds. So that will be a 4th down and about 10 here. Picked the ball off, but he was out of bounds when that happened. So
correct.
Looks like the field goal unit will be coming onto the field here, Coach. We'll get the chance to see.
Yeah, we've been asking about it. I've been really curious about it.
And it looks like back to kick for Westwood will be Josh Jack Jr. So he'll be able to see if he can put this one through the uprights. It will be about a 28-yard field goal. Snap, hold, and that ball is going to be short. It's going to be short. Cedar Ridge gets off the field. They manage to stop the field goal and get off the field, and now it is up to Westwood's defense to do anything they can to stop and drive them back, because all Cedar Ridge needs now is a field goal, and they win the game.
That's right. They need to get it in close enough so they can kick a field goal. We've seen them pooch the whole night.
And right at the bottom here, Coach, we see the holder, snapper, and center all together. Kicker all together, working on the final reps because they know they might be called on in time of need. But that they might not be needed as Devonish has been able to run all over the field tonight. Howe under center. Snap. Hand off to Devonish. He gets wrapped up, and they're going to call him down after a gain of about 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 from the 21-yard line.
I know this. If I see Devonish bounce, I can probably turn off the tape and say it's a done deal.
He's already done that.
Every time he's had to bounce and he bounces, has any space at all out there, it's a foot race, and he's won every one of them.
Just so quick with his feet out there and very dangerous in space, as we've seen him make a lot of guys miss tonight. Westwood's defense needs to step up. Fake handoff here, rollout smash, has a man open, and that ball is going to be dropped. Tight end there made a big play earlier this game.
Yes.
But ultimately, that one is going to fall harmlessly to the turf, similar to what Westwood just did with a rollout smash. Had a guy in a similar area and just missed him. But 3rd down and 5 here for the Raiders as they're coming out in a pistol set. Handoff to Devonish. Devonish looks like he bounces outside. Coach ultimately gets dragged down. I think that will be enough for a 1st down. And they are signaling it'll be a 1st down. So new set of downs for the Raiders.
Just had too much room when he went out there, and they did a good job of making sure he didn't take it to the house, but he had too much room. He was able to cut it up and get a 1st down. New set of downs. They got 15 yards to go, 14 yards to go.
Devonish spins off a wimpy tackler. He has an open field, and he's going to take that in for a touchdown. Devonish able to score there, and
wowzer.
One side electric, the other side devastated here tonight, folks. What a game we just saw. That is all she wrote for this game here tonight, folks. Cedar Ridge is going to come out and steal one tonight from Westwood. What a game that we have seen. Don't think there's a need for the field goal, but still out there as we have a hurt player on the field. We will take it to a brief break, hearing from some of our sponsors, but we'll be right back.
Visit Mays Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at maysstreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local.
We're back here, and Coach Bouchon just educating me on why they're kicking the extra point, and the reason is for the tiebreaker. Obviously, could just end the game here with the Raiders getting the win, but ultimately, when it comes down to district later on, all these points matter. So kicking the field goal here, and that is up and good. And say goodbye to this one, folks. Cedar Ridge is going to be able to take this one away with a victory here tonight. 35-28, and they will be getting their first win of this season, their first win in district, going 1-1 in district. Westwood starting out 0-2, but fighting valiantly tonight, all night tonight across the board. Westwood has, taken a couple tough losses in these last couple games, but really putting out together a strong showing here tonight. Coach, what were your final thoughts?
Wow, what a gutsy performance by the Westwood Warriors tonight. I know they ended up on the short end of this one, but stellar performances by numerous players, and especially they have one of the best running backs and receivers around, and that showed tonight. They just made – did we not just say this last week? They just make too many mistakes.
Yep.
they make too many mistakes once again tonight. And I hate to see it, and I hate to say it, but dadgummit, a handful of those mistakes, had they not made, whether they were penalties or just blown assignments, this could have been a completely different game. I know there's always ifs and buts with Candy. I understand all that. But they really had a chance to win this thing tonight. The kids fought their tails off. It was a well-coached game. And good luck to both these groups of boys.
Absolutely here, Coach, and just a beautiful night tonight for some football. Again, we remind you to please like and subscribe to our channel. We'll bring you guys action like games like this all year long. Cedar Ridge is able to edge out Westwood in a tough battle, and Westwood, obviously has some things to work on, but doing a great job staying with it, never giving up. They went down 28-14 going into the fourth quarter, able to score 14 straight points to tie it up, and then almost had the opportunity to go win it. Ultimately just fell a little bit short here for the Warriors. But, Coach, as we go into next week, we will be having a lot more action covered from the Round Rock ISD. But that is it from Round Rock Dragon Stadium. We have a Cedar Ridge Raiders victory 35-28 versus Westwood. They go 1-1 in district, and Westwood will start 0-2, but very strong game from both of these teams.